All right. Again. Be natural.
Be natural, damn it.
Just like choking you. Be natural. Just be yourself, man. God damn it. Welcome to Sentimental Fools, okay? All right, we're here. And look, there's a guy. Look at the man. Look at the man. Okay? The man, okay? Okay. You want me I didn't even say this. You want to use your internet last name?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah?
We'll do Ben Atlas.
Okay. This is Ben Atlas, everybody. Okay?
Hey.
Say hello to the guy, all right? Really appreciate him coming here today. God damn it. God damn it. It's a good day. It's a good day to have some friends, I tell you what.
Hammer.
Okay. So first and foremost, all right. Stop watching this video immediately.
Seriously, what are you doing?
What are you doing with your life? This is ridiculous. There's important work that needs to be done. Stop watching this immediately. There will be a link right at the top of the description for this gentleman's YouTube channel, Ben Atlas. Okay, go there fucking right now. He's killing it. He's funny as shit. I don't care if I'm making him uncomfortable complimenting him. He's funny as shit.
I am funny as shit, though. You should check it out.
Yeah, he's also, watch out. Fucking watch out. He's funny as shit. He's got great writing. He does good shit. Go over there. Watch what he's got. The link will be right at the top of the description. And if you scroll down just a little bit, okay, there's a video with some original music that we collaborated on, okay? It's called Blacklight Stardust. That's the name of his poem that was the inspiration for the song. Okay, the whole story's there. Check that out as well. This man writes some good words, okay? So go give him some love over on his channel, okay? I'll say that again later. But that's right at the top. Okay?
But watch this first before you do anything.
No, get out of here.
I mean, don't do that.
Okay, so all right, I'm excited to talk about this shit today. This will be a lot of fun. Okay, so, you have an enormous collection of CDs, is that correct?
Yes, I've been collecting for decades now, I guess you could say.
Yes. And how many do you have, roughly?
Shit, I'd say around maybe like 1,000 mark, give or take.
Oh, yeah?
Because
okay.
I have, it's very OCD about it. Like, I don't just get an album by a band. Like, if I like a band, like, I have to get all of them.
I completely understand.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, there's some stuff where, like, if I like a particular author, like, a lot, or if I love a musician a lot, like, yes, I want to, give me everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
It kind of bothers you, like, oh, there's one out there that I don't have. Oh, I'll get to it. Like, no, you get to it now. You get them all.
Priorities be damned.
Yes.
Priority number one. Every Beatles record, now! Okay.
More or less how it is. So I'd say around 1,000-ish,
nice.
if I had to guess.
Nice. Solid CD collection.
Oh, yeah.
Solid CD collection. So, Ben, I asked Ben to bring in some CDs that maybe have an interesting story or have some sentimental feelings attached to them, or they're just neat in and of themselves, or maybe a little obscure. So I don't know what he brought. He's got a little pile over there. We're going to check them out today. All right. But I want to get a little background here. I want to get a little like an emotional foundation for this. So, first of all, obviously you have a collection of 1,000 CDs, right?
Indeed.
You have a passion for music, obviously, right?
Indeed,
okay.
I do.
Can you trace back to where that passion started?
Oh.
What was the moment where you're like, oh shit, I didn't know music could do that, where it's really where it grabbed you?
I remember being, God, it must have been 1993, 94. And I'm in my brother's room. And my brother was a metalhead before me.
Older brother?
Older brother.
Yes.
So we're sitting there and we're listening. I used to go into his room, because, metalhead, it's got all the little cassettes. And I used to just love looking at the pictures, because these are like cartoons I've never seen before, like zombies and stuff, right? So
zombies and shit, this is rad.
It was awesome. It was like a whole other world.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting in there and it was Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace.
Correct. Yes.
Mr. Crawley, this really awesome, kick-ass, like organ keyboard intro that just kind of struck my brain in a way that you hear a song like, oh, that's catchy or whatever, but that was the first time where it's like this song, like fuck everything else, like tell me after the song is done. I never had that before.
It was just total engagement.
It was. Oh my God.
Yeah. It wasn't just like another thing. Like, cause it was when you're a kid, just like everything is just like, you're just standing there, things are passing by.
Right. It's just catchy.
You're just like, oh, it's a pretty movie. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I like ice cream,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Nothing's ever like a passion.
But then that was like, yeah, just total engagement. Just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
That was the one.
Oh, yeah. That's the best, man. That's so cool. Right. And then, yeah, I was going to ask too. So was that on a cassette at the time?
That was. Oh yeah.
So you started with cassettes.
I did.
And now, did you, when you started, like, when you feel like when you started really collecting, like, were you gathering cassettes before that?
So,
or did like you kind of like, did your collecting intersect with CDs becoming more available?
I'd say it'd be, kind of intersected. For the longest time, I started getting into music. I was like 9-10 years old. So I didn't have any money, right? So my brothers, they were both metalheads. They would get like, oh, we got the new Metallica or the new Iron Maiden. Like, it was kind of collective. Like, oh, well, that means I could listen to it, right? So,
so it's just like, you just had stuff just like coming into the family.
More or less,
Yes. Okay, that's nice.
And we do mixtapes. That was like my escape.
I was going to ask about that too. So did, now I remember doing this when I was younger as well. I assume you made mixtapes like of the other tapes.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you probably had like a cassette deck with the two little
recorders on it.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Did you ever make mixtapes off of the radio? Did you ever do that?
My brother would do that. Okay. I never did just because I don't know, it seemed like first you have to like just get lucky, like to hope they play it, right? Yeah. And you have to have your tape set up.
I would just sit there and be like, come on, be something I like. Be something I like. Yes.
So you would do that?
I did that a few times.
Oh,
for sure.
I never had the nerves to. I just crack under the pressure.
Didn't have to crack under the pressure. God damn. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. So you made mixtapes of like other tapes you had
and like, we could
if you guys didn't know, that's the original playlist.
It really was.
That's what it was. People used to do that with vinyl and cassettes and CDs too. Yeah. I did that with CDs for sure. Yeah, because cassettes were fucking portable. Did you ever have a Walkman?
Oh yeah, I had a couple of them.
Yes.
Those were good.
Fuck yes, dude.
I think I still do. I just, what am I going to do with it? Yeah.
I don't know. Look at it.
I guess that's true.
Have feelings.
Oh my God. Yeah, I miss those days. I still do make mixtapes.
On CDs?
Like, I got one of the CD players that has like a tape thing and you can just put it in, go to the track and like, I want to record this song.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. I don't.
Okay, because I assume you have a car that still has a CD player in it.
Oh yes.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
I think my car's a 2017. I think they. Oh, just be careful. Just keep your feet off the thing there. I think my car's a 2017. I think they phased them out right after.
I want to say so too. My last car was 2017 had it.
Yeah. And what a fucking travesty, man.
I know, seriously.
And like, I get it, that's not how... It's almost just like an emotional thing. Because I listen to, like, a lot of the music I listen to is, like, on Apple Music. That's just what I do.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they should just leave it there for posterity.
Yeah.
Just come on, man.
Like
I still have CDs in the car, man.
I do.
And... what was I thinking about? It was a sad day where I found out that after the PlayStation 3, they don't play audio CDs anymore.
Wait, they don't?
No.
Huh.
I was so confused because I was hooking my PlayStation 4 up to a sound system.
Yeah.
Like I was hooking it up to like a, like a receiver with speakers and stuff.
Yeah.
And the receiver was giving me trouble. And so I just wanted to put something in there that was just playing so I could test stuff.
Yeah.
And so I put like a best of Led Zeppelin in there. And it was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm like, there's no way. Something just, maybe it was weird. I think I put in a burned CD first. So I'm like, maybe it's just because it was burned.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I put in a real CD and it's like, I have no idea what this is. And I'm just like, times are changing.
Yeah, right? Like, what
is happening?
Disable that.
I don't know. PlayStation's weird about that. They're bad about backward compatibility. And it's, they're just like people. get rid of it. It's like, oh, come on, man, just quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, started with Ozzy, hooked into metal. Now, when music first grabbed the shit out of me and got me all high, I was obsessed with that first band for like a solid like couple years.
Yeah.
Before I started branching out, were you the same? Were you just like everything Ozzy at first?
Yeah, I definitely. Maybe not everything Ozzy, but like I remember
Heavily focused.
My other brothers would kind of like tease me and shit because like my brother Rick was big into Metallica. That was like his band.
Okay.
And my brother Dan, who was older, grew up in the 90s. He was just kind of a hodgepodge of everything. But like I loved Ozzy. So every time like I would suggest Ozzy, it's Halloween time, let's carve a pumpkin. I'm going to carve Ozzy. And like it just,
hell yeah. Yeah.
It was just, they would kind of lead into it like, God damn, man. Like
you felt like this is my corner.
This is me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be the Ozzy guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I definitely had a spell of that.
And then, after that wore off a little bit, do you remember like what you started branching out into? Obviously your brother's like into Metallica and then some other shit. Did you just kind of like start expanding into the things they liked and then? Do you have a memory of like the first time, like you felt like something was like just for you?
I do.
Okay.
Actually I have an album here.
Okay.
Should we bring it in now or should we? Reference?
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
Well,
let's do it.
Just wanted to give you a little teaser here.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Seventh son of a seventh son. Now, we bought this one at CD Trader in Lombard. And this is the same one. My brother bought it. And, maybe contradicting myself a little bit here. This was the one where I heard it. And this was the band. Like, Mr. Crowley was the song that made me think like this is what I want. This is everything.
Yes.
But this was the album that made this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a metalhead because of this album.
Let me see. Iron Maiden, man. Do you remember like where this falls in their catalog? Is this like earlier?
That's number 7 out of 14, so 1988.
God damn, right in the middle, man.
Right in the middle. Yeah.
And I know what you mean, man. Like Iron Maiden just hit different.
Something about it, yeah.
Something about it. Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was just like a little more like melodic, a little more complex, just like interesting, like, cause, I got into Iron Maiden like when I was learning how to play guitar. Okay. And that was like when you're just starting to learn how to play guitar, like Iron Maiden's like, okay, I learned Smoke on the Water. I learned Iron Man, like, okay, can I learn some Iron Maiden? Like that was like a challenge point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iron Maiden was like now I'm locked in forever.
That was the one.
And I get it. And it was that record?
This was the one, because it's like, okay, well now I remember thinking about this. I must have been 11, maybe 10, 11 years old. Like, okay, well now I got to get band shirts. I got to start growing my hair out. Like, what do metalheads do? I've never done this before. Like,
okay, check.
Gotta watch Bill and Ted a couple times, see if I can get the mannerisms down. It really
practice my excellence.
Yeah, like it sounds hard.
It's so funny, man. Okay, so expound on expand on the world around the moment where that record came into your life.
Well, we were, like I said, CD Trader, and so a little backstory. At the time, this is like late 90s. Iron Maiden was probably the least popular around that time. It was Bruce Dickinson had left in 93.
Okay.
And he reunited in 2000. So the stuff that did a couple albums between there, and they were just, I don't want to say unknown, but like you'd walk into a record store, believe it or not, and you like there wouldn't be a marquee for Iron Maiden. Just, I don't know, maybe we got him in the used section. Like no one was talking about him.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was very hard to find.
In like the 90s, you
in
said?
like the mid to the late 90s.
Yes.
So when we found this at the CD store, it was like a treasure. It was like a curio. Like, oh my God, like we finally found one, right? So just in and of itself, just like the car ride home. I remember walking around. I remember going places.
And so you're giving me the feeling like you had been looking.
Oh,
you
yeah.
had been going around hoping that you
find
would
something.
find something. And for a moment, that's something that was crazy about finding music at times like that, because especially if you were trying to find something specific.
Oh yeah.
It was just this whole crazy process where like, you wanted something specific and like you go to this store and you're like, look through everything and you're like, well, not today.
Yeah.
Just and so it, there was such a weight to like eventually finding what you're looking for.
There really was.
Yeah, it was quite the hunt, you know? So that in and of itself is already like, just like an interesting memory of just like that feeling when you see it, like, you're like, oh shit, like,
yeah,
we did it today, boys. We struck gold, you know?
We accomplished something.
Yes.
Do you ever feel that sometimes maybe it's too convenient? Like if you have an album that you want, like you can find it. You can go online. If you look hard enough, you can find it. Like, and that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
But like you said, the hunt, it's
do I feel it's too convenient? 100%. With the modern music landscape, I have all the feelings at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel that there are some amazing qualities to the accessibility. I was talking about this with somebody else that like it's incredible that I can make whatever I want and just immediately make it available to everyone right away. Like, so if you have YouTube, or if you have access to YouTube, or you have a Spotify account or an Apple Music account, you have my album now.
Right.
You know, which is kind of incredible. But it just, there's a lot of things. It inspires less intentional listening. Yeah. Obviously that still occurs.
Right.
But when you were hunting for a record for like maybe a couple months and you find it and you have to go to a specific spot in your house to like listen to it, you know, it makes it like an event. And now that it's just everywhere all the time, it doesn't inspire that as much. And so it inspires more of music as background for other shit you're doing.
Yes.
Which music is great for that, but it should be more balanced, you know?
I agree.
So it's everything, you know? I'm glad it's like that. And I think over time, people will find some way to like, to balance the scales.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think we're starting to kind of see that. Like people are getting like a little sick of the whole streaming experience. Like the initial like novelty is starting to wear off a little, at least, you know? We're starting to see more people who are like, I miss the video store.
That's true.
You know, cause it was an event.
It was
a date. It was a hang. It was like, it's what you did that day.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're surfing on Netflix or some other streaming service, it doesn't feel like it's something that you did that day.
Right. You never left the house.
You never left the house, you know, but yeah, you go to the video store. It becomes like a memory.
Yeah.
You know, a lot less. So, people are starting to miss that too.
It's true.
And, did you say you got that from CD Trader?
I did.
You know what's fucking hilarious?
What was it?
My sister-in-law's boyfriend, created CD Trader.
Really?
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah. Him and like another, him and like somebody else he knew at the time went into business together and, they made CD Trader.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So he has like, gosh, I don't know, like so many fucking CDs in his basement, just like from those days, you know?
Okay. So I'm guessing they're all closed shop now?
Yes. Yeah, that's all done. Yeah. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is so cool.
It's so weird because a lot of people have CD Trader memories because that was like a spot you go, especially in this area. Yeah.
I would say it'd be a pretty cool job too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just dealing, you know, jobs like that. It's still a job, but it's always a little. The stresses of the job always seem to be a little mitigated by like the stuff you're working with.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like if you're working with something you love, it makes the normal job shit you have to do a little nicer.
That's true.
All right. So after that, were you just like on a hunt for every Iron Maiden thing you could get your hand on?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, so come a time around 2000, Bruce Dickinson reunites with Iron Maiden. They have a new album, Brave New World. And then one magical day.
And pardon my ignorance, I listened to Iron Maiden back in the day, but I got off the ship at some point. It was Bruce Dickinson the frontman?
He was.
Okay, so he left at one point. They released some stuff in the interim?
They did, which I love, but those are kind of underrated.
Uh-huh.
Underrated. Yes, underrated.
Yeah.
And then 2000, new album, but then they reissue all their albums, right? So we're going around, we're hunting, right? And then one day we go to Best Buy. Yeah. And, hey, look at that. Iron Maiden has a marquee. Like, oh, okay, go over there.
Nice.
All the Maiden
everything.
albums. Everything. Like, literally everything. All remastered. And at the time, my brother is like 16. So he's like working a job where he could literally just throw his whole check at albums, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's what he did.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bought them all the ones we didn't have. And, oh my God, dude, it was a summer. And I remember just...
What perfect timing.
Yeah, I didn't...
Just like have this whole 3 months to just get into it.
That's more or less what I did. I would just lock myself in the room and just listen. Just like, this is all I want to do. Like everything I want to do and experience is in this room right now. So why would I leave?
Why would I leave?
Oh my God, it was so magical.
Oh yeah, that's really special when you can dig in that much.
Yeah.
When you have the time and space to dig in that much. God, that's so cool, especially with Iron Maiden. How fucking awesome.
And a great live show too.
Yeah. Did you ever get to see him?
Oh, I saw him 9 times.
You saw him 9 times?
I was
shit.
Must have been like 12 years old when I first saw him the first time.
Really? Did like your brothers take you?
They did.
Yeah.
And I love them for it, but looking back, like, I don't know if a 12-year-old should be in the pit, but...
you know.
It was the 90s. No one cared about
stuff happens. That's really nice. That's always nice to hear, like, that, because I was an only child, you know, so there wasn't... I didn't get that whole like section of experience where like an older sibling like introduces you to things or takes you to things, you know. My wife got to have that. Like she was always going to shows with her older brother, that kind of shit, you know.
Yeah.
But that's really interesting. And like having older sibling, it gives you like more direct access to things.
That is true.
Because like my parents would buy me stuff, but then it had to be like pre-approved through the parental pipeline.
Yes.
You know, for the age I was at that time. Yeah. So that's so cool. So you saw him, you say 9 times?
I did. Oh my God. It was kind of just like a ritual type of thing.
Nice.
I gotta admit, I don't really do concerts as much as I used to. Just because it's so expensive.
It's incredibly expensive.
Not that I don't enjoy it, but I always like, that's kind of I gotta go see Maiden, you know what I mean? Like, I'd feel bad if I didn't. Any other band, like, I'll catch them next time, maybe. Like, oh, it's Maiden, I gotta go. Yeah.
They will miss me.
They will. They will notice.
They will notice.
If I am not there.
Oh, man, I'm glad you got to see him so much. That's fucking rad, dude.
Yeah.
God damn. God, so yeah, I bet they had incredible live shows.
They do. I gotta say. Like,
because they would do it up pretty hard.
They would. Yeah. And like the stage show and like the Eddies and stuff. Interesting fact about Iron Maiden, actually.
Yes.
If you ever hear them live, you'll notice that they sound almost like the studio. Because to this day, when they record an album, I guess this is rare now, they still do it like the analog days. Like we'll go in the room and we'll all play the song together. And that's what we'll record. And if anyone fucks up, we'll just do it again. Yeah. So when you're hearing the album, you're hearing like a live performance, essentially.
Yeah, like all the sounds they crafted.
Yeah.
To put on the album, like those are the sounds that you're going to hear when you go. Like they are, and people do still do that. Like people definitely all the time, especially independent artists.
Yeah.
They'll get together. They'll play live all together in the studio. But yeah, I know for sure that like, that Iron Maiden and you know all these old school bands, they were in the studio. Like thinking about the live show. Yeah. Like just thinking about like we're only going to make decisions that we can for sure replicate for the live show.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
100%. Yeah, and isn't that an incredible feeling?
It really is.
When you go, because listen, I appreciate too when you go and see a show and it's not quite like the record, right?
Yeah,
there's some magic to that as well.
That's true.
You know, but I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. When you go and it's like exactly like the fucking experience you had in your house, but you're looking at them and they're making it. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? This is so good.
You can't replicate that, man.
Oh, it's so fun, man. God, again, I'm glad you got to see him so many times. How cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
Was it always with your brothers?
Yeah.
Or did you like go with like friends later? Or?
Towards the end, yeah, I started going with friends.
Were they ever at Ozfest?
Maiden? I believe they were.
Yeah.
I never went to Ozfest, though. I never saw Ozzy. That's going to be one of my, what do you call it? Reverse bucket lists. Saw Dio, but I never saw Ozzy.
See Dio? It's rad.
Well, But
You'll be like on your deathbed. Like, is there anything you wish you would have been different? Yeah, man. I never saw the Prince.
Never saw the Prince, man.
You mean Prince? No.
No. The Prince.
No, the Prince. God damn.
When's the last concert you went to?
I went to one recently, but they are very infrequent. I didn't get to go to a lot of concerts when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
Because again, it had to be something that was pre-approved that my parents were down to. Right. I had to go with them, right? And so, I only went to a couple things when I was younger. And when I say younger, I mean like just like high school, like freshman high school, like starting there, maybe. Yeah. I think maybe I went to my first big one in like late middle school. Okay. But yeah, my mom took me to see The Who.
Okay.
That was fucking rad.
That was awesome.
Even though a couple of them are dead, it was still fucking killer to see Pete Townsend. And I got to see Roger Daltrey do the Won't Get Fooled Again scream.
Oh, shit.
You know?
There you go. That's history.
That was great, man. And then the only other thing I went and saw it was incredible, man. It was fucking Tenacious D on the tour following the release of the movie.
Oh, really?
Dude.
I would have gone to see that.
So good, man. Like, the show opened up and it was, they had made a set of their apartment to create the vibe of like the HBO show.
Yeah.
Right? And then they did all their earlier songs, right? And then they like faked like they got like fake electrocuted and then died. And then the set changed. They go to hell. There's this whole video. They go to hell and then meet up with characters from hell. Oh, and then those characters go back and form the band and then they play songs from the movie. And so they had like some guy dressed up, and they were all killer musicians, you know?
Yeah.
So they had some guy dressed up as like Jesus, who was supposed to be the Antichrist, and I think they had like Charlie Chaplin for some reason. I don't know why he was in hell. Yeah, it was fine. He was just too cool. So people who were cool, they had to hell.
It's the mustache.
Yes, I don't know. And it was so much fun, dude.
So they really put the effort into the stage performance.
Hugely with that one. Not as much with like later, but like I said, man, it was just after they released their movie. They were just putting all their cards on the table.
Yeah.
You know, and so that was such a special thing because, you know, I just thought, it's perfect. It's perfect. But yeah, I just went to a show recently. I'm lucky if I can afford to see like one show a year. That's as much as I can do because it's fucking expensive,
it's ridiculous,
you know.
Man.
But yeah, I recently went to Talia Hall in Chicago to see. You know, you probably appreciate these guys. Have you ever heard of them? They started in Chicago. They're called Pelican.
Mm-mm.
No.
Pelican.
They are an instrumental kind of melodic metal band.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
man, they just do these long pieces that have like multiple movements in them. You know.
Nice.
And their live shows, they sound so good. Have you ever been to a show? I'll see if you have any memories of this. Have you ever been to a show that was like quite loud? It was like it was like good and loud.
Yeah.
But it didn't hurt because they did such a good job with the sound.
I have.
Yeah. What
it is
kind
funny
of memories
you mentioned
do you have?
that.
Yeah.
So I forget who I originally went to see, but one of the openers was Dream Theater.
Oh, sure.
Very progressive, very technical, and
yes.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I remember thinking at the sound like this. Yeah, because like they're as loud as everyone else, but there's just something about it. It doesn't punctuate the air like everything else does.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not like distorting like your ears.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Like it's loud, but like it needs to be loud. Like everything it is on purpose, I guess. As someone who's not a sound technician, that'd be the best way to describe it.
No, for sure. No, it's really rare when that happens. A lot of times shit's just cranked.
Yeah.
And like you have to put in earplugs to even like really discern what the different instruments are doing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, when you see a show that's like satisfyingly loud, but everything is balanced and in the right place.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it's the best, you know.
Definitely.
And Pelican is like that. They travel with their own sound guy.
Oh, nice.
So they get to know each other, you know. And so wherever they show up, you can be guaranteed that like it's going to be loud, but it's going to feel killer.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, so that's... Yes. That's the last show I went to. And it's also funny you bring up Dream Theater. I have a fantastic little Dream Theater story.
All right.
I'm gonna piss off a whole bunch of people. If you like Dream Theater, you are going to fucking hate what I'm about to say. It's not because I don't like Dream Theater or anything. I respect the shit out of them. However, I fucking love Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa is my fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
Not a great person. Not a great person. I'm aware of that, but his music is killer. Fuck it. But, so his son, Dweezil Zappa, tours and does Zappa Play Zappa.
Oh, nice.
He gathers together killer musicians and they play the Zappa music and it's awesome.
Oh,
right?
cool.
So I went to see Zappa Play Zappa. They were opening for Dream Theater.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I love Frank Zappa's music so much. I'm watching this shit. I'm like fucking crying. I'm just like, oh, they're doing Montana. I'm just crying. It's so fun. And then they finish and I go, I want that to be my night. And I left. And I went back, you know what I mean? I want that to be the whole experience.
Yeah,
I want it to be like, I went out, I saw this thing I really wanted to see. And then
on a high note.
And then just cut it off, right?
Yeah.
And I went back to, and I regret that. I should have just fucking stayed.
Well,
it was just that spur of the moment decision kind of thing.
Yeah.
I should have stayed because I'm already there and it's Dream Theater. Like, why not? Like,
Yeah.
they're not exactly my cup of tea, but
Me neither,
why
but yeah.
not? Why not see them?
Yeah.
And I went back to, I was living in like a dorm room at the time, and I went back and one of my like suite mates was studying guitar. And he was a huge Dream Theater fan, and I told him that, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you fucking kidding? God damn!" He like couldn't look at me that day. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I might be being overly dramatic, but still, there was that vibe there. He was being nice about it, but he's like, "What's wrong with you, dude?" Yeah, yeah. It's like if I told you, like, I went and saw Iron Maiden, and I left after the opener. Like, I just really wanted to see the opener. You're like, dude, it's fucking somebody else could have had your ticket. Who fucking deserved it, you know?
I've done that too, though. Like, especially with metal bands. Like, I really just want to see the first couple. I remember seeing Morbid Angel and Soulfly. I don't know if you know Soulfly.
I don't.
Like soul, like new metal band. I don't know. I'm just not into it. Same thing though. Like, went to see them, and then I left. But I remember like a lot of other people leaving too, so I wasn't the only one.
It's interesting how that happens.
Yeah.
I guess that is like an experience that happens where you're just like, yeah, I'm like editing your own experience. It's just like, yeah, I want the movie to end here.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Would you like Zappa Play Zappa? Is it in the same? Like, did it seem weird that Dream Theater was on the same set? Like, were they?
That's an interesting question. I don't think so.
Okay.
Not really, because I think the appropriate crossover for that, because they are different vibes.
Yeah.
However, what they do share is a similar amount of complexity.
That's what I say. Yeah.
Yeah, because Frank Zappa, notorious for like absolutely torturing, like torturing virtuosos, like people who are absolute masters of their instrument, giving them hard things to play. You know. So yeah, he wrote some crazy complex stuff, and even the stuff that sounds really edible.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it's that complex. It like still is. It's just people are still doing wild shit. And so I feel like that was kind of the bridge between those bands. Cause yeah, Dream Theater, obviously highly technical. They're always doing odd time signatures, polyrhythms, fucking fast, intense shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the techniques to it.
All right. But yeah, okay. Let's get more into your stack here.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go in any particular order. You can pick whatever you want and we can start talking about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this one I brought, I thought it was kind of funny, little reference here. So this is a band called Death.
Death.
Right? It's their
Great.
first album, Scream Bloody Gore. It's very inspiring.
Let me show the camera here.
Right.
Okay.
Now, they would turn into quite a progressive death metal band over the years, but this one is just classic, everything you would expect a death metal album to be.
Is this early for them?
Oh yeah, this is the first one.
First one. First Death.
First Death.
Can you imagine like the other bands that like, God, somebody took Death?
Somebody took Death?
Shit.
The funny part about that one is you could tell it was...
and it's called Scream Bloody Gore.
Scream Bloody Gore.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
And on the back, you could tell they really weren't doing CDs a lot very much back then because they just printed the back of the vinyl on the back of the CD because there's no sides to a CD.
No, that's so cool. Okay, so just to be clear, right, you have a vinyl record and there's side A and side B, right? So you get a certain amount of songs on the first side, you get a certain amount of songs on the second side. So yeah, look at that. It's side one, side two with the songs that are on it. I've never seen that before. That's so fucking cool.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
I thought like maybe that's a misprint or something. Because again, there's no...
It would be confusing.
Yeah. Should I turn it over?
Yeah. Yeah, what are you talking about? Oh, that's so cool. Do you remember what year this is?
I want to say 86. 87?
87
or so.
Okay. Here, I'll open the... I'll check this out here. No, it's no problem.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got a classic CD color. You can see my phone in the reflection. That's real classy.
Oh, yes.
Real classy. Look at that. Class it up. Class it up. Nice. Okay, so what sort of, how did this come into your life? What sort of feelings do you have around this?
Well, so, again, like, going back to, like, early days, music influence, my brother Dan was kind of like the oracle, you know? So if I wanted to get into heavier music...
Giving you cookies and shit?
More or less. Godfather.
Sorry.
So it's like, I was like, so I want to get into something heavier. Like, if I was going to buy a death metal album, he's like, oh, check out Death.
Oh, so he helped, like, kind of guide you.
He would, like, guide me towards it. And I remember him telling me, like, Death, which is true, like, they are very progressive band. If you look at their discography from start to finish, like, their last couple albums are very melodic death metal is the term they throw around a lot.
Nice,
it's very intricate and there's a lot of shit going on.
Nice. I love it.
But yeah, I remember, because it's kind of the OCD thing, I wanted to start at the beginning. Like, before that, like, show me the chaos. Show me what the structure was born out of, you know?
Yes.
So I had to get this one. And it is a chaotic album. And if I were going to recommend a death album, I probably wouldn't recommend this one first. But this one is one of my favorites just because, again, it's very unpolished. It's very raw. And even in like today's era, that's very hard to come by. Even if a band is trying to sound analog, trying to sound old school, there's a certain polished nature to it. But
yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because like, there was kind of just a killer pocket.
Yeah.
For that kind of music, where just like the sensibilities of people who are into that kind of music, like blended perfectly where technology was at, and you got some crazy, extremely raw, just like messy, beautiful things.
Yes. And it's a beautiful thing to come by, really. Let's see what else we got here. So this one is interesting.
What do you got?
This is a band called Pagan Reign, right, from Russia.
It's awesome. Okay.
Now,
what's going on in there?
Well, the only thing that's in English is the name.
Okay.
Everything else is in Russian.
Okay, that's rad.
But what really throws me off is that it's a Russian alphabet. So I have no idea what the album is called. I have no idea what the songs are called. I don't even know what they're singing about, right? I'm really hoping they're not like, nationalists.
I guess you know what you could, are they? Then they're written on the back.
They are. Yeah.
What you could do now, you could hold up your damn phone to it.
How does it? Would it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah, totally.
Huh.
Yeah, you can just hold it up and it'll just replace it with English.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't want to kill the mystique though.
Oh, I completely understand that. Forget it, man.
Forget I said that.
No, yeah, some things are better. Some things are better left undiscovered.
Huh. And I got this little thing.
What's that?
So every time I listen to an album, I like to remember the tracks.
Okay.
The ones that I like.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do when you don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
So I wrote down, okay, track 3 is good, track 4 is good, track 6, 7, 8, like the ones that I liked, I wrote down. Because I couldn't.
You couldn't like associate them. Okay.
But these guys, this might sound like an oxymoron, but folk black metal. It's a thing.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So like you got...
Where does the folk play in?
So like a lot of like the string instruments and like the... even like flutes and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Like it could sound very, folky, right? But then, it'll blend in with the black metal vocals, the screaming.
That's intriguing
shit.
I love that.
It's very, I guess...
Here, let me show the camera.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
There's some really cool shit here. So yeah, Pagan Reign. Oh, that's kind of cool. We got like a...
It's very, what's the word? Pagan, I guess?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, very, very stylized. They got like a color scheme going on, which is carried throughout. And then like on the back, it's kind of got that like, looks like it's like a parchment.
Yeah.
It's got like that scroll feeling, which I'm a huge sucker for that.
Me too. Like
so much,
Ren Fair type of thing.
Yes, I love it.
There might be some artwork in there too.
And then the inside is gorgeous. Like we have like kind of like Celtic knot patterns. Very pretty. I love how this is very clearly like what am I looking for? Like like designed as a whole.
Yeah.
They had like a whole vision in mind.
That's,
like
yeah.
for the whole presentation of the packaging.
That's
and,
true. Like
and everything.
They had the vision in mind. Like
yes.
you pick up a metal album, like, oh, a couple pentagrams. Like, oh, we need an album cover. Like, no, these guys had a vision from start to finish.
Oh, look at this. And these are... Do you think these are probably the lyrics?
I assume so, yeah.
I assume so, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
gotta
very
show
cosplay.
that. Look at Centerfold. Look at that. Look at that business.
Look at those bad boys.
Pagan Reign. Reign of Pagans.
Pagans.
That's really intriguing. I almost want to... We should listen to this in the car.
Yeah.
This is great. And at what point did this come into your life? At what point in like your musical journey?
So, do you remember... Not Facebook.
What, MySpace?
MySpace.
Yes.
Yes. I miss MySpace. Because there was a handful of bands that I found out through MySpace.
Did you find them through MySpace?
I did.
Oh, shit.
Because it was like, oh, you like Fintrell, you might like this band.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and I picked them up. And same thing, yeah.
That was a big deal, man. That was the first place I was ever able to like put music I made.
Oh,
That was the first open avenue to be like, oh yeah, you can just,
yeah,
you know, that's incredible. Oh, how fucking rad is that?
Right.
And so was that something that was suggested and
it was like, yeah, you might, you go on your band you like, they have like their top, bands or friends or whatever. And I remember clicking on it and being like, yeah, because I kind of blew my mind at first because it's like, you're reading the description like folk black metal, like that doesn't, what?
Yeah, like how do those things go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, well, I got to listen to it. And it was just, it kind of took me to a place I hadn't been before. It's hard to find music with a different take. You know what I mean? It's the older you get, you hear an album that's like, this sounds unlike anything I've ever heard.
And, I mean, that's what I'm extremely, there's not a lot of things that just fucking grab me anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, those are the kind of things that grab me when something comes out that you find something and you're like, this doesn't fit anywhere.
Yeah.
And I love that, I love, music that doesn't feel like it fits anywhere. I love people that don't feel like they fit anywhere. I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and how cool, man. And so how did you, was there, were they like an established band or were they like a little more, since they were on MySpace, were they a little more kind of independently going? Or
I want to say they were more independent.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember like how you got the CD? Like, were you able to, did you have to like go to their website?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fucking
like,
cool,
you
man.
can't go to eBay or anything like that.
No.
I remember, yeah, that's true. I'm thinking all the way back now, because this was like 20 years ago. Yeah, went on the website, because I remember got them all. Because I remember it told me it's going to take like 2 months for it to come.
Oh, yeah, might as well fucking,
all, right?
yeah, because they were imported, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then they just randomly disappeared. Bands tend to do that. I don't know if it's the same in any other genre, but like metal bands will just randomly, just like that. They had a great album, and we're done.
Happens absolutely constantly.
Oh.
Everything. Yeah, because it's, and it's crazy. Like, as much as bands do get together and play and make records and do work, it's insane. Like, just like to get 4, 5, 6 adults.
Yeah,
like,
right.
like syncing up, showing up at the same time.
Yeah.
All with a similar vision. It's, as much as it happens, it's like, it amazes me every time that it does.
Yeah, seriously.
So they come and go, well, I love that so much. So
you guys check it out if you're curious.
Yes, Pagan Reign, how fucking cool. I want to check this out for sure. And I love that story behind it because like, again, it's just like what we were talking about with like going to the video store or going to CD Trader.
Yeah.
It's even that early experience on the internet. It was, it builds that memory.
It does.
It builds a cool memory because it forces you to engage in the hunt of it because, you get suggested this and you're like, wow, I like this. And then you have to navigate over to their website and then it gets shipped from across the world. You know? It's an intentional thing. You're putting money down,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, how fucking rad is that? I just did that recently with, because again, like I said, it takes a lot for music at this point to like just fucking reach out.
Yeah.
And be like, look at this, But yeah, I was just scrolling one day, and I saw an upright bass player. I'm a sucker for an upright bass player, right? And he was just killing it. He was doing something that was just so. It was that perfect balance of like tasteful and complex, but like not flexing.
Yeah.
It was just that perfect kind of thing. And I'm just like, holy shit, I need to figure this out, you know?
Yeah.
And so just like that, I went to his website, found out that he had just come out with the record that he released on CD and streaming and vinyl.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so I'm like, hook it up.
Yeah.
And so I ordered the vinyl. I found out he was from Argentina. It shipped from Argentina.
Nice.
You know, so so cool to hear about, especially with MySpace.
I know, right? I always wonder why that went under. Like, what does Facebook have?
I don't know. It was like, honestly, like there were some things about MySpace that were kind of cooler. Like things were more customizable. Like you go to someone's page, you went to someone's MySpace page, and it felt like you were going into their room.
Yes.
You know?
You could customize it.
Yeah, you could customize things. And especially before, do you remember Zanga?
I do. Oh my God.
Yeah. That was like before, and that was even more customizable.
Yeah.
Like, you would like go into the HTML code and put things. I remember like going to websites to find like, because I was on Zanga in the time that I was completely obsessed with AC/DC.
Uh-huh.
And so I would go to websites looking for code. This is crazy. For looking for code blocks for AC/DC GIFs, you know?
Yeah.
And then pasting those code blocks into parts of my page so that you go on my page and there'd be a little Angus like doing his duck walk or something.
That's right. Yeah, that's what you had to do back then.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so that is a good point. Like, yeah, I don't even remember what Facebook had to offer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like every social media new one has a little less than the other one.
Kind of.
Like, what is like Instagram and MySpace? Like, you can do all kinds of shit on MySpace, music, customization, Instagram, look at pictures.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the only it must just be like the progression of trends.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like people don't want to be on the social media thing that people are like, it's just like, oh, we're just over it.
Oh, like my mom's on there now.
Right. I think Facebook is starting to get like that.
Yeah,
it's become like the baby boomer space, which I don't care, man.
No, I don't.
Like, that's my favorite. That's my favorite place to watch reels because they can be longer than a minute.
That's true. I noticed that too.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point. It just must be just fucking time. Because MySpace had a lot to offer. It was rad, you know?
I think I still have one.
Nice. Nice. Everyone visit his MySpace.
Yeah, check me out on it.
That'd be fantastic if we open with that.
Check out
just like, okay, right at the top of the description. MySpace links. Check out the MySpace, man. Let's bring it back. Here, don't lose that. That's important.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. How cool, man. All right, yeah, let's move on. Let's see what else you got.
So, is this one okay? Can I show this?
Yeah, that's fine. We got Cannibal Corpse?
I got Cannibal Corpse.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fun story behind this one.
Yeah, what's up?
So,
here, I'll show it to you while you're...
This picture that I mentioned before, I'd go in my brother's room and just kind of hang out, look at pictures. That was one of the coolest ones, right? And then my mom was... she only drew a line twice with Cannibal Corpse and with Slayer because it was like a Christian household or whatever.
Yeah, and it's called Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
They kind of fuck it up immediately for parents.
Yeah,
there's no tricking them.
Yeah, there's no ambiguity there.
Yeah, no.
So I remember, like, I was forbidden. Like, there are no Cannibal Corpse in this house. So what I did was Borders and Books. Remember
Borders Bookstore for sure. Yeah,
I went there and I remember it must have been 7th grade. So like 11, 12. I remember.
What kind of sneaky shit did you do?
Well, no, so like I went there with my family and I went there. And back then it was a policy like, oh, if you don't have it, we'll order it for you. So I went there with my family and kind of like separated, like, hey, can I order Cannibal Corpse, Eaten Back to Life? And they're like, man, I guess it's got an advisory, but I guess there's no age limit because they're like, yeah, we'll call you when it's here. And I'm like, okay. So a couple weeks later, it's like summer vacation. Ben, you got a call from Borders? Like, oh, okay. Yeah, your album
must have left something behind. Must have left a backpack there or something. Must have forgot my wallet.
So then I got my mom to drive me over there. And I remember taking an album I already had, bringing it with me and like crotching it.
Yes.
And then like coming out like, dude, this is the album that I got, the real one's in my fucking pants. And I had to like, I love it. It was so great because I had to have that album.
Yes.
Because I'd never heard death metal before. It had been described to me by my brother. He's like, fuck that. You don't need Cannibal Corpse. It's garbage. But like, I have to hear it. If you're telling me it's heavier and faster than Slayer, and I have to experience that. Even if I hate it, I have to know what that sounds like.
Oh,
right?
I completely understand. Yeah, there were some things that just like you maybe just had a thought about, or got just the tiniest taste of, maybe from like just because stuff's just in the air, just like maybe you saw a clip of it and it's a little bit MTV,
just a little bit
on radio, and you're just like, what is it? Just like was just like a peek into a different world.
Really,
and
was,
you're like,
man.
I need to get in there.
And like
that is fucking hilarious, dude.
But like unlike any other band, like my brother, both my brothers, my parents, like everyone was telling me like, don't listen to Cannibal Corpse, dude.
That's so funny. It's just like, I'll be the judge of that.
I'll be the judge.
I'll be the judge of that. I'm gonna walk my own path. Like, God, that's so funny. That is a version of like putting the dirty magazine inside the encyclopedia, like that I've never heard before. Do you remember how old you were when you did this? You said 7th grade, so like 12?
11 or 12, right? I guess. Yeah.
That is so clever.
Yeah.
I would have never thought about that. Because that's a whole multi-step process.
That's the thing.
You had to set it up.
Yeah.
Just like, hey.
And I just had to get lucky. Like, if they call, my mom answers, are they going to tell her, like, he ordered this? Or are they just going to ask for me, like.
That is resourceful. And again, this just speaks to, and obviously this is like, this story is part of the difficulty just involves the age.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A big part of it. But again, this speaks to just like, the things that we had to go through, these interesting processes to like find music that we were interested in.
That's true. And even if I was of age, like I'd still have to go there and like order it and come back. And
for sure. But especially that, just like, oh my God, just putting the CD, like before you left, just switching out the notes and just
putting it in, like
it's fucking 12-year-old Ocean's 11 death metal heist. Fucking, it's awesome, dude.
I wish I remembered the facial expressions of the people I was talking to at the store. Like it's this little 12-year-old asking me, I guess I'll sell you this.
and I completely understand. Just like, just look at this again. I mean, it's fucking rad. It's disgusting. You can almost like feel the horrible gore and moisture, like in your mind, And now, of course, like, and I do as well. Of course, big enthusiast of horror movies and B horror movies and gore flicks and all this shit. Did that happen? Did that like come together at the same time as you were getting into this kind of music?
I think it did.
I assumed your brothers like exposed you to that stuff as well.
Yeah, come to think of it, it really was.
Just a little side thing. Do you remember the first like horror movie?
Oh, Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, that's still my favorite, just because sentimental reasons.
Now again, I don't have a perfect catalog of like all like the major horror classics. I've seen quite a bit of them. I get a little confused with the zombie movies because it's a whole crazy world.
There are a lot of them.
Now, Dawn of the Dead, was that the one in the mall?
Yes, the original late 70s.
Yes, I watched that not too long ago. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Again, and God, it was so much fun. And I think one of my favorite parts is oh God, forgive me for forgetting his name. I love this guy, but the guy who made it, the effects master.
Oh, George Romero.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part is that he's in it riding his motorcycle around.
Yeah, that is him, isn't it?
It just makes me so happy. Just like watching him like just have fun in his own world that he created.
So cool, man.
Riding his motorcycle around. God, it's so fun, man.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's fantastic. So yeah, these things kind of what perfect things to kind of happen at the same time.
I think
just these records that feel like they belong in horror movies while watching these horror movies. Just how fucking rad.
It was so cool, man.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know, I guess looking back, I didn't really notice it at the time, but I guess my parents were a little bit more stricter than others. Like we couldn't watch wrestling. We couldn't, like if we watched horror movies, it would be like, Tremors or fucking, that's pretty much it.
Still pretty good. Yeah. But
great movie.
Yeah, of course. But like, nothing
too graphic. But then I must have been 12 years old around the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm the youngest of 6. Maybe our parents just stopped caring. Just
shit.
okay.
I never fully knew that.
Last one.
The youngest of 6. God damn.
So I do kind of feel like at that point they just kind of like, he's going to listen to death metal. He's going to watch horror movies. Just don't bring the cops to my door.
They saw the pattern.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's nothing we can do about this.
More or less.
This is what it is. Oh my God. Youngest of 6. So like that was, you had like generations of brothers. Like, so youngest of 6, just interested. So like by the time you like came online as a human, was the oldest person, were they already like out of the house? Because that's always something interesting.
Yeah. My oldest sister, Terry, I must have been like 4 or 5 when she moved out.
That's so interesting.
I have like very few memories of her being there. That's something
I'm fascinated about with big families is that like, by the time the youngest is there, it's like a totally different world.
Oh yeah.
Than what the first child.
They would tell you that too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like totally fucking different. And by the time you're online, it's like there's already like that thing in the distance, like they're already out the door.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so weird. But I mean, Christmases are expensive, but
yeah. Yeah. How much do I really like her? Does she?
All right, I really don't know.
How do I equate my love for her in a month? How much money is that?
What do we got?
Divided by how many siblings? Christmas math. Oh my God, that's so good. So yeah, geez, a lot of siblings to pass shit down.
Yeah,
you know.
Like I said, my brothers, most of them, 2 out of the 3 were metalheads. So it was just actually. Before that, when I was like super young, my sister was big into like country music. So
interesting.
Yeah, if I'm being entirely honest with you.
Now, what kind of country music was it?
Just twangy shit.
Yeah,
Alan Jackson.
Okay.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just like.
And I wouldn't say I was into it, but like I shared a bunk beds in a room with her, so it's like it was there, and I was like, oh, I know that song.
I know that kind of thing. Like there's there's music that the only people exposing me to music was my parents.
All right.
Mostly just my dad.
Yeah.
My mom just liked some of the pop things at the time, which I mean it was the 90s. It was decent.
That's true.
Like REM and it wasn't bad. But my dad passed down some more things, and so I know that feeling like I may have not like been just naturally attracted to this.
Yeah.
But someone like exposed this to me intentionally and sat with me and like broke down like why this was so nice.
Yeah.
And then it becomes one of my favorite things because you get to, it happens with a lot. Like there's like music I don't seek out and don't like, but if you sat down with somebody who really enjoyed it and they properly articulated like how they relate to this music through their lens, you'd be like, oh, I get it.
That's so true.
I just didn't have that angle.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's so true.
But what a great fucking story. And and I totally get like, oh my God, this would be so exciting to have.
I know.
As an 11 or 12-year-old, you're sitting there just like, oh shit.
Like it's not supposed to look this cool.
No, man. God.
Oh my God.
How fun, man. Oh.
Oh, days.
And I just love that aesthetic, man. Just the classic, just all the fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Just all the murder and the death and the gore and the violence and the filth and do it, man.
Just throw it all out there.
Straight street trash,
Yes.
God damn it, dude.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah. God, I watched that after Felix told me about it. Like, dear Lord. They're like fucking playing. What did they call that? When like you when like the bullies would like throw a ball between somebody who was trying to get it.
Fuck. There probably is a word for it.
I forgot what it was, but they're like doing that with some dude's like severed dick.
Yeah.
I was just like, what am I watching? This is wonderful. Watch Street Trash.
Yes.
Immediately. Yeah. Or don't if you.
Well, it's Street Trash or have lunch. You can't do both.
Yeah. That is a perfect way. That is a perfect way to recommend that film. Okay, that I love that story so much. That's so much fun. Yeah, so many steps to it.
I know, right? Because
so
you had to back then.
But it was just like it just fueled by like I
have to know.
I have to know.
I thought I'd even like it, but
search for knowledge. Just the unquenchable human search for knowledge.
The thirst.
Yes. All right, what's next? This is great.
So this one.
Yes, what do you got?
We got Megadeth, Cryptic writings.
Wonderful.
You may noticed. Autographed.
Ooh, yeah, let me show.
So
did you get it signed at a show?
So let me think. They were signing at a Best Buy in like 1999-ish.
Oh, I love that sentence so much.
Signing at a Best Buy.
Megadeth were signing at a Best Buy in 1999. Right. Oh.
And your boy was there. And I remember my brother did something really cool, actually. At the time, he's telling me, I'm like, oh, I get super excited. And I didn't have any albums. Like I said, like at the time, my brothers were collecting.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I got to get something for him to sign. So I remember I just had like a piece of paper that I just tore out of a notebook. And my brother saw it. He's like, what's that? I'm like, well, I'm going to get him to sign it.
And he's like, I got you.
Yeah, he gave me that album. He's like, this is yours now. Like, they're going to sign this and this is yours now.
Oh, that's really cool, man.
So I guess...
Because he already had it, right?
He had it.
But he like, this now like belongs to you.
Yeah, because like, I get it. Like, you can't meet Megadeth and get a piece of paper signed. Like, you know, so I thought that was really cool. I probably would have done the same thing if I had a little brother. So I remember we went there, and I don't know if you've ever met celebrities or not, but I get starstruck like a motherfucker. Like, this is
even
like,
celebrities get starstruck when they meet other celebrities.
Do they really?
100%.
Oh, it's not just me then.
Yeah, no, they get flustered and fucked up and say weird shit. And
oh my God.
Yeah, dude.
I was the same way. Just because like they're up, you know, I'm like 11, so I'm short anyway, but they're like up on a thing.
Fucking Dave Mustaine was there?
Dave Mustaine, like original, like
dude.
Classic lineup.
God
right?
damn.
And they're up there, and I remember just seeing them, and it's like, I don't speak God. I don't know what to say to you. Like, and just kind of just like, you know, holding it up and just kind of like, don't look, like look, but don't look, like, you know. And he was cool.
Do not meet their gaze.
And
do not waste their eyeballs' time with your gaze.
Do not speak to them.
Yes.
And I remember we went, and then for whatever reason, I guess there weren't a lot of people there. Like, we were able to go back in line and like get something else signed.
Oh, really? Okay, sure.
And my brother had this white Megadeth shirt, and like they must have been cool with this. He jumped up and like sat on the thing that they were sitting on, and just like to their back to him, and then like they all just kind of like took the pen and just like signed the back of his shirt.
Nice.
So they were really cool about it. And oh my God, that was so cool. Because again, just not even meeting him, just being in the same room with them.
I mean, yeah, that's a big part of like what's so amazing about going to a concert.
That's true.
It's not just like seeing them and seeing the songs or the comedy or whatever. It's like, oh, I get to share space with this person.
Right, I'm in the same building.
Yeah, and how cool to like do that in a 90s Best Buy, because like because like Best Buy's still here.
Yeah.
And people like there's a Best Buy in town. I've gone there a couple times, and there's people in there like buying refrigerators and televisions and shit.
That's true.
You know, but Best Buy used to be one of the big, like, you know, like one of the top 5 places you would go to buy CDs.
Yeah.
And DVDs and shit.
Yeah.
Buy media. Like, that's where I went to, you know, I tell you what, man, I was able to get some more like mature music when I was younger. Uh-huh. But yeah, again, through the parents' pipeline.
Yes.
And so I had to get the edited versions, man.
Oh, I remember those.
I had to get them, man.
Well,
I was still happy to have the records, man.
No, I would be too.
But yeah, so I have memories of going to Best Buy and getting the big one was Cypress Hill.
Ah, yes.
Because it was, you know, it's amazing how many like bands I got into because of them having a track in a PlayStation skateboarding game. It was huge, dude.
Dude, Tony Hawk opened so many people's eyes, man.
That wasn't even a Tony Hawk one. That was like some other weird game.
Oh, shit.
Called like Grind, I think. And it had like Rock Superstar. Cypress Hill Rock Superstar.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. And so I remember going to Best Buy and getting the edited version of the site. Oh, you know, I gotta say this. You'll get a kick out of this. Obviously, like the big Cypress Hill songs, the ones that have endured are all like the weed ones.
Yeah.
Right. Hits from the Bong, Dr. Green Thumb. Right. So I go and see them at Riot Fest.
Yeah.
And like I listened, you know, I had the album back in the day. I listened to a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
But I go and see them at Riot Fest, and I'm like, you know, thick in the crowd, and they're playing, you know, Hits from the Bong, and I'm like, oh, how fucking rad. This is so much fun. And then they play some of their other songs, and I'm like, God damn, I forgot how many of their songs are about murder and gang violence. I just forgot, because I don't listen to those as much.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the crowd. Everybody's like, yeah, Dr. Green Thumb. And then just melding perfectly into A to the motherfucking K. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that whole side of it. I forgot, man.
That very stark contrast.
Yes. It was so funny. So I wanted to ask you, I just want to talk about Megadeth a little bit because, and again, just to talk about this CD, just at an aesthetic level, again, we have a complete design and vibe for the package.
Yeah, definitely.
We have this interesting kind of symbology here, and same kind of color scheme on the back. Very cool. This almost looks like this has an interesting vibe to it. And the CD has the same pattern printed on it, which is cool.
This was during their
Cryptic writings.
The 90s was a hard time for thrash metal. Like a lot of bands just had to, Metallica is a prime example. Like you really had to customize your sound. So this is not a thrash album by any means. It's a great album, but it's more of just like a rock metal album.
Yeah. That's always happened a lot in the 90s.
You kind of had to.
People lost their taste for that a little bit.
Yeah. So it definitely follows that aesthetic.
But what's so interesting? So I was really into classic metal, 80s and 90s stuff.
Yeah.
When I was learning how to play guitar. That was perfect learning how to play guitar stuff because everything was so riffy.
Yeah.
Some of it was challenging, so it was a lot of fun stuff to learn. And then I would venture out, but certain things I never lost an appreciation for. Megadeth is one of them because, God, they're just so characteristic.
That is so true.
And Dave Mustaine, he was so clever on how to use his voice.
Yeah.
I remember one of my favorite things was, I forget what website it was, it might have been E-Bombs World back in the day, right?
Yeah.
It might have been. I really forget, but it was part of the website. They had a small database of music videos that you could just watch on demand, right? And that was before iTunes and before all these things. And I didn't have any money anyway, even if I had access to those. But they had Sweating Bullets. And I would just watch Sweating Bullets just over and over again.
That's a fun video.
It's so much fun. And it just, that's one of the things that hooks you about Dave Mustaine is he's not afraid to just do something weird or do something outside the box. It's I don't know, if it's cool, if it works, it works,
Yeah.
Because all the Sweating Bullets, most of it is spoken.
That's true. Yeah, he's just kind of talking.
Yeah, but just in his Dave Mustaine way. So good.
So I got to ask you, as someone who's not a guitarist,
yes,
something feel like I've noticed with Megadeth, but maybe you can clarify. Well, you kind of already did. But it's he's more clever with it. You could tell the riffs, or I could tell without putting into words. They just seem like there's more to it.
I would think so.
Yeah.
They're they feel more thoughtful.
Yeah.
And Dave Mustaine, he maybe doesn't strike a perfect balance, but it's more balanced than a lot of it where he's not afraid to do something that falls outside of the whatever kind of limitations people put on genres. That's true. Which is nice. And he's an exceptionally talented guitarist, and so you get kind of here's a great example. Queens of the Stone Age. Okay. Right. Have you gotten down on them at any point?
I like them.
Yeah. Okay. So Queens of the Stone Age, I feel one of the things that set them apart was that it was heavy music, more so just straight rock, you know, or hard rock or whatever. But you could tell in the vocal melodies and on some of the guitar harmonies, you could hear they're exploring more territory than people usually do. Yeah. They're using if I was going to use musical terms, they're using, that's a harmonic minor scale. That's a Phrygian scale. They're and the way the vocal melody flows, you could tell that these aren't just these are interested and you could hear like the musical nerdiness
Yes.
in what they were doing,
Yes.
which is crazy. And so I would say that like Queens of the Stone Age strikes a wonderful balance between like, more thoughtful, intentional musical creativity, exploring a lot more territory, but not at the expense of like the chaos of rock and roll.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you heard stories of like when they were recording like songs for the deaf, they're just like every single session, just as they do more drugs, like throughout the session, just devolves into like chaos.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay, everybody go the fuck home.
Just sober up.
Yeah, sleep. We'll start this process tomorrow. Hopefully get something, So their music making process was kind of chaotic, but they were very creative. And so I feel like Megadeth strikes some of that balance. Not as perfectly, but it's totally there, which is why they've always just kind of been set apart. It's almost like they're still definitely in the genre of metal, but they kind of just occupy their own little corner.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's what I've always felt.
I feel like Alice in Chains is a lot of the same way, where it's like you could put them in the grunge category, but there's so much else going on when you listen to
I
like
think
an Alice
so.
in Chains album, like the vocal harmonies and just everything else.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about them. They're so good.
Yeah.
And like that was an interesting thing about like some of that grunge music that like, Alice in Chains is close in my head to Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
And it's also like in the vicinity of Pearl Jam as well.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting thing. It took me a while to realize because I grew up in the 90s, and so that was just the music I was getting exposed to at that time.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to realize that like, this music is almost happening at this interesting intersection of metal, rock, and country.
Yeah.
All those vocals like could be in a country context perfectly.
That is true.
And I never thought about that before. I'm like, oh my God, like, how cool is this?
Yeah, right? Shit, I never thought of that either.
Yeah, like, take Eddie Vedder's voice, put it over steel guitar and some banjos or whatever, it's country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But an interesting thing about Megadeth is, I was listening to it in the car not too long ago. My wife has like a Megadeth playlist.
Oh, okay.
That she busts out sometimes on long rides. And we were listening to it, and she was asking me like, questions about like how it was mixed. She's like, the drums seem so in the background.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? It's an interesting thing because I feel like as time went on, and I think grunge helped this too because there were a lot of extremely characteristic vocalists in that period.
True.
Right? And like in nu metal too, extremely characteristic. Fucking Jonathan Davis.
Yeah.
There was a time where like if you had vocals in your music, that was the most important thing.
Yeah.
That was like I am the front man. And like the relating to the lyrics and hearing the lyrics is the most important thing.
You're just the wheels on the bus.
Yes. Yeah. Where over time you started to see people mix stuff more so that like they're just another instrument.
Yeah.
And so the drums equally they're up in your face too, and the guitars are up in your face too.
That's true.
And so Megadeth, they came out of this period, and also people were still figuring out how to mix this kind of music.
That's true.
It was still kind of new. It takes a long time to really figure out, like, how is this supposed to sound? And sometimes people nail it and sometimes they don't. But I think, like those earlier Megadeth records, they come from a time where people are still thinking it's the vocals out in front, and then everything else takes a back seat.
That's true, yeah.
And whereas his voice is incredible, but everyone playing is incredible.
Yeah.
And so it's just an interesting thing about like the place and time that Megadeth occupied and how they were still subject to kind of like older ideas of how music should sound on a record,
That's so true.
Yeah, very interesting.
And there were
oh
man, I was gonna say something but I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me.
Okay. How cool you got to go to Best Buy in the 90s and get Megadeth shit signed. And
oh man, that's so cool. One of the only two musicians I ever met
What was the other one?
I met Alexi Leo from Children of Bodom.
Oh.
But
what's his role? I don't know much about them.
He's a guitarist and vocalist, or was also R.I.P.
Oh, okay. Shit.
This was like, he must have been drunk or something. It was like outside his bus.
Great start to his story. First of all, he might have been drunk.
I'm pretty sure he was. He was like on something. He was just standing there with a cigarette. Mm-hmm. And like people would come up to him and like they'd put something in front of him and then he'd sign it and then he'd go. And they'd put something else in and then he'd sign it. And
just numb autograph mode.
Civic,
just like input item, sign item, release item, input item.
Pretty much. So I don't know if I'd say I met him, but like I handed him something. I guess that counts, right?
It's like, I took the bus today and I met the bus driver.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's still really cool though. How cool. Have you gotten to see Megadeth?
Yes, I saw them twice. Nice. Haven't seen him in a while.
He's still out there with his fucking hair.
He is. He's crazy. He did this. Dave Mustaine. I don't know if I follow this closely, but Dave Mustaine used to be in Metallica.
Yes,
and he'll mention that every once in a while.
He still talks about that. He loves talking about that shit.
He still does. I remember we were at the show, and he's talking about. So in the 80s, they had something called the Big Four for thrash metal. That was Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth.
Yeah.
And he's up there, he's talking about it, and he's like, well, someone couldn't count. There were 5 of us. And he threw his Exodus in there. And he lists them all off, and he goes, and then there was Metallica. And he holds up his middle finger. God. And even just like an audible groan, like, dude, just get over it.
He's never letting that go. It's like just a part of his character
I guess it is now, yeah.
Like, I get it, though. Like, I just saw a recent clip of him being like, why don't you go listen to this song by this band? Awfully similar to Enter Sandman, don't you think? There's just a whole room in his head that is just occupied with "fuck you, Metallica."
Fuck you guys.
He's never letting that shit go. God damn it! What a national treasure.
Right.
There you go.
But great at what he does.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, he's one of those people that like. There's some people who just kind of stay like the same kind of character for so long. Yeah. And sometimes that's kind of a bummer because like you want to see people like grow and change and develop.
Yeah.
But other times, and so some people stay the same character for too long and you're like, put it down. Right. But like, Dave Mustaine, like he's one of those people that sometimes people stay the same character and it's like comforting. Yeah. It's like, I'm glad you're holding down that area. Like,
true.
Thank you, sir. Like, you should be the one to do it.
That will always be there. Like that.
Now, when you got into a new band, I think you said this before. I want to make sure. When you got into a new band, would you always go back to the beginning with them?
Usually.
You
mean like if I'm getting into them start to finish?
Yeah, like if you get into a band and they're like on their 6th record and you're like, oh, I love them. Would you immediately like go back and see where they started and go from there?
Usually. But if it's like a band like Motorhead that has like 22 albums, like I kind of have to, like, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like I want to get a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah. You don't need to.
If it's long enough, I pick and choose. But usually I do. I like to start and kind of study it from start to finish.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because the progression's really interesting.
That's true.
It's, and I'd be interested to see how you feel about this. So this is fascinating. So, I noticed that when I was younger, right? So when I really started get into music, I first started in the 70s. All right. And then after that, I went all through the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Right. I was listening, just Jimi Hendrix and Simon and Garfunkel and just all that psychedelic shit that was happening.
Nice.
And then but I noticed when I was, and so I was listening to bands that like, they had released so much. They had already gone through so many changes, all these different chapters, Mm-hmm. So I noticed when I was younger and I was getting into them, I really liked and related to their earlier stuff. Like, let's use like Pink Floyd as an example. Okay. So like when I got into Pink Floyd, I didn't even really like their later stuff. Like I didn't even really like Dark Side of the Moon that much.
Really?
Right. Yeah. But I liked their early shit that was like weird and trippy.
Yeah.
And psychedelic, like a fucking 20-minute orchestral suites, you know,
Yes.
with weird shit. I loved all that stuff. And they had some like really just quirky, goofy songs, you know. And I loved all that. But then as I got older and I re-listened to like Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall, it was like suddenly I could relate more to the feelings they were trying to express in that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I see it now. Like this is my favorite album now. Like I get it. But have you had that experience like where you liked a certain period of like a band that has had a long career when you were younger, but then as you get older and change with it, what you like changes?
I definitely have. I'm trying to think. Gore is another one.
Interesting.
Because
they've gone through changes.
they have, believe it or not, like halfway through the well, musically anyway.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
Halfway through their first 5 or so albums are like kind of like punky crossover. It's hard to call them metal because it's just like heavy randomness, right? Kind of, but then
what do you do? And just heavy randomness.
Heavy randomness, just kind of skew.
A mix of heavy.
But then they got just like pretty much just like a straight speed metal sound for their last 5 or so albums, but like same quirkiness to it. And I remember thinking, like, remember that throwing me off, where it's like it doesn't feel like Gore. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds weird to say that they're too heavy, but like it's like my initial reaction was like, you didn't need to be heavy.
Their early stuff was too heavy, or their later stuff?
Their later stuff was too heavy.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, that was my initial reaction.
Yeah, sure.
Because it doesn't sound musically, it doesn't sound like Gore, right?
Were they from the start like engaging in the stage show and their costumes and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Do you feel like their early music like lined up better with the vibe of their stage show and maybe their later music doesn't? Or
I do.
Yeah,
come to think of it. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have admit this at the time, but it seemed like after the transition to a heavier sound, everything else seemed, I don't want to see tacked on, but yeah, it did seem maybe a little bit more forced, whereas everything else was just kind of forming organically. You know, we just have this nebulous blob of heavy music and it is what it is. But here it's like, okay, well, it seemed to me like we already have something that, like a blueprint, so like we kind of have to tailor this sound to that. So at first it seemed kind of unnatural, but over time I grew to like it just because
it's still Gore.
And
you know, they're
musically
they're just doing their goddamn thing.
And it's more intricate. My buddy was joking. It's like, yeah, that's the album where he fired everyone and got real musicians. Because like,
oh shit,
I will say that the later albums, it's like, yeah, there are more put together. Like,
oh, that's funny. That does happen sometimes. It's really goofy. Like,
yeah,
that like famously, that was famously like always an issue that people still talk about with like Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, where there was like an album where he just did it all.
Well, like the recording and
just everything. Well, maybe not the recording, just all the instruments.
Oh, okay.
Like he was playing with a bass player and a guitarist, but he's like, you guys aren't reliable enough. I'm going to do it all. And so people are kind of divided on like, should he have done that? Is that overstepping? Like, and I don't fucking think so. Cause like, cause especially if you're like recording in a studio, like a professional studio, that shit is wildly expensive.
Right. Yeah.
And fucking shit's on the line. Like if you can't show up and like nail takes,
then
I'm going to do it. You know, sorry, man.
You shouldn't expect
you can still come play, you know, but this is my music anyway. There was also a big thing. Like he, when they were trying to figure out how all the money that was coming in from the different avenues, the shows, the record sales, the merch sales, all the money that was coming in, how to like divide that up. And they asked Billy, like, do you want a bigger cut because like you are writing these songs, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. But I think he looked back and he's like, I should have just, it's a thing we're all making together.
Yeah.
I should have just divided it up because that immediately just starts pissing people off.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
Everyone, even if people aren't doing the exact same amount of work in a band dynamic, you all want to feel like you're equal parts.
Right.
Know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree with the first part though. Like if you, not only just like for reliability, like I've been there before too. Where it's like,
what if you can't show up and do your thing? Then like, what do you want me to do? You
yeah.
know, we're trying to make a thing.
And I've been there. I'm sure you've been there too, when you're working on a project or something, and it's like, I noticed this when I was in bands, where it's like, it's just, in my mind, I feel like it could sound better, but I'm outnumbered, so I just kind of have to go with it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like the being in a band or doing any sort of collaborative creative thing, it all comes down to like figuring out just like it's all like just an exercise in communication.
Yeah.
And figuring out like I'll give everybody one. This is so great for certain things. There's no matter if you're working creatively with somebody else, no matter what, there's ideas that you're more attached to and ideas you're less attached to.
True.
Right. And so sometimes it's hard to communicate like you feel bad, just like, I'm sorry, I know you don't necessarily want this to happen this way, but I really want it to happen this way. Sometimes people, like their people pleasing kicks in, or they don't know how to say it to make that happen, or they feel like they're worried, or they say it and they make the other person feel uncomfortable, like, oh, what, I don't have to say. Right. Yeah. And so a guitarist I was working with in this band I was in, the way he put it, I was like, oh, perfect, stealing it. Where if there was an idea that he was not willing to compromise on, he would say, now this I'm married to.
Oh, okay.
And it was just the perfect way to just be like, oh, then that's just the way that's going to be. We'll work around that.
Hell yeah.
And then anything else. So yeah, anybody who needs to communicate that, just like this I'm married to. So we're not even talking about it, and then all this other stuff, we can work around it.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. There's a couple little phrases that I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect. Oh, can I give you another one?
Do it.
Okay. When someone is explaining something to you or telling you a story and they say something that you don't understand, right? Either maybe it's like a concept that you don't have knowledge in, or just something that you hadn't heard of before, and you're scared of admitting that I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. And it's a weird thing to say, like, I have no idea what any of that is. Can you back up? Because sometimes people have a block, like it makes them feel stupid or not knowledgeable, or like they can't hang in the conversation or whatever. And so somebody said this to me. They said, pardon my ignorance, but can you explain that? And I was like, God damn it. That's such a smart way of saying like you're not aware of what's going on.
That's true, yeah.
I use that all the time, like, oh, hey, pardon my ignorance, but what is that? And it flows like butter. It does. You don't even notice it. You don't have to, it doesn't shut the whole conversation down. Just be like, it doesn't put any pressure on them, like telling them like, why are you even talking? Why do you just assume I know this, Right. Just none of that. Just like, hey, I'm sorry that I don't know, but I'd like to. So, it's perfect.
That is perfect. I'm going to start using it because I never know what to say.
Steal it. Everyone steal it. Steal it. Use it. It would be a better world.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
All right, let's keep going. Let's get through these.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what do we got?
So, here's another interesting band, Acid Witch.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Now, this is another
What kind of acid do you think it is? Do you think it's the...
Probably the hooky pooky.
Probably, yeah. It says LSD right there.
These guys right here.
It says LSD right there.
Yeah, they're not hiding anything.
No.
So this is, again, bear with me, might sound like an oxymoron, psychedelic death metal.
That sounds wonderful.
Doom metal, I guess, because it's very slow and just kind of chunky and sludgy, but it has keyboards, like synthesizers, and the whole album, the whole discography sounds like Halloween. Oh, it's a very unique, creepy sort of feeling. And it's, again, one of those instances where it's like, there's a couple bands where it's like, oh, I really want to check out bands like this, but there really aren't any other. Like,
it's like classic Amazon suggestions back in the day. Like, if you like this, you might, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
You might like to listen to this again.
Yeah, more or less. Kind of like Gore in a sense. It's like, you can't really put them in a context. But it's very trippy. And that one in particular is the original. There's only 1,000 copies of that in the world.
Oh, shit, dude. Nice.
Because they got, I don't want to say big, but they got bigger over time. So now they're on another label. But those were them back in the Razorback record days. And that's Acid Witch. You should totally check them out if you're into it.
Now, do you remember when this came out? 2008. Was this this must be like... This must be like in kind of like when, because you say like psychedelic, like doom metal, it makes me think of like kind of what people refer to as like stoner metal now.
Yeah.
Like bands like Sleep or Sun O.
Yeah.
You know, just big, just droning,
Black
heavy.
Sabbath worship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this must be like, I don't really know when that stuff got started, honestly, but this must be kind of like in the beginnings of it.
Within that era, actually, I don't know if I'm breaking any rules here, but
What?
So the record label, Razorback Records. The reason I said breaking rules because it's like, you know, gatekeeper sort of thing.
Okay.
There's Razorback Records is very unique because around this time, 2006, 7, 8, they were putting out this kind of a subgenre of death metal where it's like punky, it's like punk mixed with death metal.
Okay.
And they were doing marvelous new things with death metal around that time with Razorback Records.
Nice.
And
okay.
this is just one of the many byproducts that came out of it. And they're kind of underground, that era. And I remember wearing a Frightmare shirt with a band from the label. And one of my buddies is like, hey, you know, don't wear that a lot. Like, you know, don't want fucking posers finding out about, like, we have, the way he put it, like, we have this, like, certain genre that's so cool and undiscovered. We don't want
I see what you mean.
That's what he told me. And, like, I guess I could see that. But at the same time, like, it's kick-ass music and you should listen to it.
You know, I was just talking about this in the next episode that's coming out. It's about Frank Herbert books. And I talked about Dune just a little bit. And I was talking about that feeling that, like, how when for a period of time, if you're into a particular thing, that's maybe a little underground or just isn't super widespread.
Yeah.
You get that special feeling like you're in a special club.
Yes.
You know? And then that gets out, and then you lose that feeling and you're like a little like, oh, that was kind of nice when not everyone knew about it. And so when you met somebody that did know about it, you're like, oh, like we're friends now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, it's just like, oh shit, you're into that too? Like, all right. Like, you know, we can bond over that.
That is true.
Instead of like just, you know, everyone's has seen Star Wars at this point.
Right.
It's
exactly.
not really like a special thing that like you make a memory over or bond over anymore like that.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, this is such an interesting thing that you bring up. At the same time, like the things that do break out and have widespread appeal, you know, like it's for a reason. It's because they're like worth appreciating.
That's true. Yeah.
And so like the the bands on that label, they'd probably be like, what are you talking about? Like, we want to be listened to.
Right. Yeah.
We want to be heard.
Buy my shirt. Wear my shirt.
Yeah, please. You know, that's why we made it. You know, like, but that is a very interesting thing. That's so funny that like,
because like I get the argument, you know.
Yeah, I get it too. Yeah. And I've had that feeling of like feeling like, oh, I'm in the secret club that like knows why this thing is so good. Yeah. And then it breaks out and I'm like, oh, now it's for everybody. But then at the same time, like, now it's for everybody. Right, yeah. You know, like, it's because it deserves to be appreciated. But that's so interesting, dude. That's so funny that you say it was your brother?
No, it's just a buddy. It
was a buddy that was just like, hey, just fucking keep the genie in the bottle a little longer. just don't flaunt it, you know? That's so funny, man. Oh, how cool. God. And yeah, just killer, fucking killer, disgusting, like, artwork on this. Like, immediately I see this book, I'm thinking of Evil Dead. Yeah.
You know, a lot of horror references in here.
Yeah, just like fucking writing on skin pages, you know, disgusting witch brewing up, you know, just green bubbly cauldron with a fucking head in it. It's fucking awesome. And there's some like depth to this too. Like you can see like there's like she's like in the foreground of a whole scene.
Like the acid witch, as it were. Like she's... Like, if you could read the track listing, there's a lot of witch references.
Into the cave, swamp spells, witch blood cult. Like, they knew what they were doing. They were like, we're focusing in.
We have a vision.
The Black Witch. What is this? Hold on. Witchtanic. I've never seen that before. Yeah, Witchtanic. Cool. Witchtanic. Oh, dude. What a hilarious name. Okay, yeah, track 6. Witchtanic. Hellucinations. Hallucinations. Are you hallucinating, Matt? No, man. It's way worse.
It's way worse, bro.
I'm hallucinating.
Satanic.
Things are getting dark. Beastly Brew, Cauldron Cave, Rabid Werewitch. Oh, I mean, yeah, you said it sounds like Halloween. This whole thing is like just reeking of Halloween.
Yeah,
but I love it, man. I love it.
That's what makes it so unique. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fun. Here you go.
Well, thank you.
I'm intrigued here. What do we got here?
So this is sort of a novelty. Beavis and Butthead Experience.
Fuck yeah.
Bought this at DaCosse. The really cool thing about this is, if you're a fan of the show, you could actually see inside Butthead's room. They never showed this on the episodes.
Oh.
So a little intrigue there.
Only other time you could see that was probably like the fucking, like the Sega Genesis game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the game.
Oh, dude, that's so great. Them in the dryer. Yeah, let me show them. That's so good. Them in the fucking dryer. Come on, buddy.
I can't remember what's on there. I know there's like an Anthrax song on there.
Give Mike Judge some love right there. Come on, fuck yeah, dude.
It's an experience.
I wonder if they pulled a lot of these songs from like, you know, like the music video section of the show.
I would think so, or like
I would think so.
That would make sense.
It's they get so weird with copyright issues with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But maybe they released this around the same time that they had it, like they were still running on MTV, so they still had access to it.
It must have been, yeah.
Yeah, because if that's the case, this is like a fucking time capsule.
I don't, right?
Because listen, man, I bought so I collect DVDs.
Uh-huh.
My wife and I bought the complete Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, nice.
But they don't have that part of the show for copyright reasons.
Oh, they don't have the videos?
No.
Oh, something's missing.
They have a couple videos in the bonus features that they were able to get the rights to play.
Oh, okay.
But mostly they just had to cut all that out because they're not running on MTV anymore. They only had access to it. And that happened with there was a sketch show on MTV called The State. It had a lot of the guys that went on to do Reno 911.
Oh, shit.
Which they're fantastic. It's such a good show. Yeah. But they had to replace all the music on the State DVDs with stuff that just sounded like the songs they had on it originally.
That sucks.
Because they released it after they were off of MTV.
Damn.
So that happened. So that happened to Beavis and Butthead too. So this is kind of a fucking... This could be like an interesting time capsule of a bygone era.
So are those like the footage of them watching like a REM video? Is that just gone forever? Like, you just never see that again?
I think you can still see it because people like, there's still some stuff on YouTube. You can still like access the old episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like in certain places that were like pulled off of tapes or taped off of TV, stuff like that. Those are still around.
All right.
But in regards to like officially released shit, not really.
That's bogus.
Yeah, it's super bogus because it was such a great part of the show.
Yeah.
You know? So is this, you said you bought this on Discogs. So is this,
oh wait, no, I got this, Bogarts.
Oh, what's that?
Bogarts was a place.
That kind of rings a bell.
It was like a record store in, I want to say like Addison.
And they sold toys too.
Yeah.
I have fucking like Goonies, dolls from Bogarts.
Really?
Yeah. I have the whole Goonies cast, main cast. Yeah. I forgot about them. You got it from Bogarts.
I remember going in there and like, this must have been one of the first albums I got.
Nice.
Because it's like everything I want to listen to, my brothers have. Like, oh, I don't know. Oh, shit,
Beavis and Butthead, man. Fuck yeah.
It's got me. Oh, my God.
Got to give Mike Judge some love, man.
Dude, seriously. That guy's a genius, man.
What a fucking treasure.
Seriously.
Yeah, what do you got? What's this?
So, ZZ Top. Any fans out there?
Fuck yeah.
I remember another interesting story. My brother Dan was really big into B.B. King, right?
Interesting.
King of the Blues, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
And I was into it too. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I like it, but it's just not quite heavy enough. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, especially if you're getting into this shit.
Yeah.
It's not scratching your itch at that time.
It isn't, but at the same time, like, I'm pretty sure I'm a blues hound, or at least 50% blues hound. Like, I need something. I remember my brother telling me, like, yeah, like, ZZ Top's, that's your band. Like, you should check them out. So I went to CD Trader.
Nice.
ZZ Top. ZZ Top will always be the last band at a record store, alphabetically.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I love Zap. It's easy to find.
Yeah,
Just go to the end.
Right, disease. And I remember picking this up. This is kind of a... You don't talk about this one when you talk about like ZZ Top. Like this is 94, kind of a forgotten album.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Antenna.
Oh, nice. Here, let me show that.
Mhm.
Killer. Killer album art. I haven't seen this before. How cool! They're all like stylized, kind of like
Cartoony.
like audio frequencies.
Yeah.
They're all like being broadcast.
And the couple albums before this, if there are ZZ Top fans, you probably know Legs. What else you got? Give Me All Your Lovin'.
Mm-hmm.
They had kind of a synthesized sound for a while, and this was kind of like their comeback to like a very southern rock sort of sound.
So this was like that was fun experimenting, but like we miss that vibe we had.
We missed the vibe, yeah. And man, I'm sure you have these experiences where you think back, like, I wish I could listen to an album for the first time again. This was one of them. It's like, I didn't know what to expect, but it was, oh my God. I don't know. It's hard to put into words. Yeah, because it's like, it's a perfect fusion of rock and blues, in my opinion. And it's hard to find that.
Definitely, yeah.
And they're definitely one of those bands, in my opinion, where it's like I said before, like, oh, I want to check more bands out like this. But to my estimation, they have a very unique sound that they've carved out for themselves.
ZZ Top does for sure.
Yeah.
They have it's one of the best parts about ZZ Top is that they're just uncompromisingly themselves.
Hell yeah.
They just have this incredibly unique characteristic image. And yeah, again, in a similar way to Megadeth, where they absolutely exist within the limitations of a genre.
Yeah.
But they just occupy their own space.
Yeah.
They just have their own thing going on.
I remember.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, my buddy's a guitarist. I remember him telling me about, just kind of like something he noticed where it's like, you could tell like Billy Gibbons, when you listen to the old albums, like you could tell he could shred. Like at some points, like he's almost like holding back, you know what I mean? Like it has to be tasteful, you can't fucking, but you could tell he could, but it like, you know what I mean? It just it wouldn't fit the music. Wouldn't be.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big it has to serve the song kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
If I see somebody that's clearly just did something to show off, it's a huge turnoff.
No, yeah, me too.
Like, I do appreciate very complicated playing.
Right, yeah.
But if someone's making a song, it's like, it's just it's got to fit.
Yeah.
It's got to fit. That's such a funny thing. Yeah, what a perfect thing. Just like you can, that's kind of that's like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could tell someone could do like way more complicated things, way more like challenging things.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, it doesn't fit. It's not a part of the song. That's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
I know, right? Oh man.
So yeah, this like this hit you because like you could tell there was something in blues that spoke to you and that you wanted to experience. And so ZZ Top, like, they met you in the middle.
They really did.
Yeah.
And honestly, maybe you can give me some suggestions, but to this day, there's not a lot of blues or blues fusion that I can get into. I don't know, I can't.
Well, honestly, like, I mean, it was just the best stuff. It's still some of the best stuff. Was just all those rock bands in the 70s.
Hell yeah.
That's really what it is, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, just like the classics, Heart.
Hell yeah.
It's just you could still tell that they were all inspired by blues musicians.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But they just kicked it up a notch and went in interesting directions,
Yeah.
But it was still you could hear that foundationally they were inspired by blues musicians from the 50s and 60s and even before that.
True.
So that's a lot of it. And then like, then you just want to, you just think that after that, you just want to get into like jazz fusion,
Yes.
Just get, where it's still like heavy in a certain way, because it's just like dense.
It is.
And crazy.
It's just chaotic and everything.
Yeah. And it's not always, sometimes it's a lot smoother and edible and stuff, but like, that's like the next place you go. You like move from blues rock and then branch into like progressive rock from there. Yeah. And then get into jazz fusion, and then get into like subgenres of jazz. And then eventually you just make it back to BB King.
Yeah, more
You just make it back like that was like the whole soul of the everything, like that everything was revolving around anyway kind of thing. You know?
That's true.
That kind of shit. So that's fun. So yeah, this like so this album like represents like a little like divergence in your taste.
I guess so.
Yeah, like another like little fork in the road. It's like, oh, there's a trail I can explore over here.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know, maybe it's just a metalhead thing, but like, this kind of represents some personal growth where it's like I can allow myself to listen to something that isn't metal.
Oh.
You know, like.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, there is that feeling of just like, yeah, it's like, isn't that crazy? Like those moments where you feel like, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to betray myself in some weird way. And then you you do something and you're like, what am I talking about?
Like, what's better?
Just have experiences. That was something I appreciate that my dad did, that like, the music he exposed me to, it was pretty varied. And he just unapologetically liked whatever he liked.
Oh yeah.
And so that was nice that like, it was just like, you know, he played me like here's like In the Air Tonight with Phil Collins.
Uh-huh.
And it's awesome because listen to the fucking drums, you know? And like, but here's Gilbert O'Sullivan, like this, like nasally, like singer-songwriter from England who like sings songs about like getting married and weird shit, you know, like, just like weird quirky shit, but it was all over the place. And so there was always a feeling of just like, nah, whatever. But yeah, and also there's a feeling of like, you know, it took me a while to get out of my AC/DC bubble.
Yeah.
Just because like, I was just like, no, I don't want to, it felt like cheating, you know?
Yeah, it's such a weird kind of feeling. Thing. Yeah.
Like you don't want your favorite band to catch you.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like, you know, are you fucking, I don't even know what it would be. You know, you fucking listening to Alanis Morissette? What are you doing?
It doesn't mean anything.
It's just a fling. I just wanted to taste something different. I don't know. All right. What else? What's that? What's next here?
Okay. So this is a fun one.
Okay.
You know, we could sit here and we could talk all day about the greatest covers in the world, but I would like to show you my opinion. Okay. Perhaps one of the worst covers in the world. Sometimes it's both. It is. And it's kind of like a Troll 2 effect because it fails so spectacularly, you love it because of it. Yeah. This is Wolf's self-titled album. I think it's supposed to be a wolf.
Dude, it looks like, I was just seeing this. Have you ever seen those bad taxidermied lions?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this looks like that. Look at this. That's great.
Its fingers are birds, I think.
What?
Or something's going on with the fingers.
Yeah, its fingers are like, they're vulture heads.
Well, yes, they're vultures.
And he's like wearing a sport coat.
Yeah, like I don't know what the hell's going on here.
I love it, man. I feel it, dude.
Now, these guys are great, though. Swedish metal, very, like in the spirit of Iron Maiden. Like they're sort of new, but they're carry on that trend.
Now, when did this album show up in your life?
Let's see. Let's been 2009, 2010.
Okay, yeah, interesting. And how did you get this? Then being from Sweden.
Well, came to a point where I realized to myself, I haven't really listened to I haven't gotten into like a metal band per se, like a thrash, speed, stoner. Like I want to get back to basics. I want something that's just classic metal, right?
Yes. Yeah, you kind of come around full circle, and it's just like, I just want to
rock.
Yeah.
You know? I remember
getting back to where the spiral starts again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how I want to say it might have been MySpace, come to think of it. I think it was.
Nice.
I think, what band was it?
That was such a fun way to discover music back
then. It really was.
Man. Yeah.
Because you could go onto the MySpace and they'd have tracks and you could play them.
Yes. They gave you like 5 or 6 that you could post. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember like, okay, Wolf's the one, so I got to check him out. And that wasn't the first one I got, but I remember this one's very unique because it's kind of a story album. It tells the story of like a sea captain-ish.
So it's like a little concept album.
Sort of. Yeah. It's interesting because I don't know, maybe it's just a Sweden thing, but in terms of extreme music. Sweden seems to be ahead of the whole other world, man. Like, they must have a very strong emphasis on music in the school system or something, like a very well-funded music program, because pretty much any metal band you hear out of Sweden, it's going to be worth listening to.
Yeah,
There's just something about it.
I've gotten a lot of recommendations for like metal coming out of like Nordic countries.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like, it's just a different vibe over there. And the different vibe is conducive to different kinds of things.
Yeah.
It's like a different kind of soil that different things are good at growing in.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I guess that's true.
So yeah, another MySpace. So yeah, another, like, you saw it on MySpace and like went and sought it out and ordered it and everything.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What was the band? These guys, something weird about them. I can't, maybe not weird, but
So good.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is like
the new version of the album just has like a black background with the logo, and that's kind of boring. Like,
Oh,
I'd
come
rather have
on.
this, wouldn't you?
this has character.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on.
Almost like they realize, okay, this is pretty dumb.
Not realizing that, like, just like, no, that's why I was attracted to it.
Do you think it
caught
was
my eye?
Do you think it was like a people pleasing thing? Like the drummer drew it, and they're like, "No, that's cool. Yeah, well,
No, that's great, Jim.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
we'll go with it."
That's fine.
We told him we would. Like,
Just let him have this, okay?
just one. Just go.
He's had a tough life. Just give him this, okay?
It's not that bad.
No, I kind of love it. There's definitely like, so I do not collect CDs. I collect DVDs and I collect vinyl, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so when I go to thrift stores and stuff, I'm searching through the DVDs, I'm searching through the records.
Oh yeah.
Now, I have a list of things that I'm looking for that, like, if they come up, great day,
Yeah.
right? But some stuff I'll get just because, like, I look at the cover and I'm just like, oh,
Yes.
what does that sound like in there?
Right.
Which that's a whole other conversation that, like, doesn't happen much anymore.
That's true.
Because
yeah.
you're not going to the store, you're not going to the rental place, looking through everything,
Yeah.
being just first drawn in by the picture.
Yeah. That's
And
so true.
and yeah, the reason I bring that up now is if I was looking through CDs and I found this, I'd be like, I gotta see what this sounds like.
Yes.
I would just immediately be like, put it in the fucking cart. You know? Hell yeah.
Because even if it sucks, like, I have to know.
I have to know. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be interesting. Oh, that's a lot of fun. God, I love that you brought a couple ones that, like, were attached to, like, MySpace Discovery.
Yeah.
That's honestly like a section of, like, music discovery that I had forgotten about, and it's so much fun.
It really was. Facebook or really anywhere else, any other social media place really isn't the same. I mean, in terms of, like, new bands, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to find a new band on Facebook, I don't think.
Not exactly. I will say, like, what has been happening, which is nice, is that the increased accessibility of content from smaller channels that you can get with scrolling, because sometimes they'll just throw random shit up
That's
there.
true.
Is that I have found a couple things. Like I said, the last record I bought that I was excited about, it was just because I was scrolling and, like, here's this dude who I'm just like, oh shit.
Really?
Yeah. And so, like, that is coming into play more with all the reels and stuff and the short form content.
That's true.
That, like, people are people are getting sucked in that way.
That's true. Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. But yeah, I miss all those periods were interesting. Like the period of, like, finding music on Amazon and finding new music by, like, Amazon suggestions. Like, if you like this, you might like this.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a big thing. Like, just following that train around, and you could listen to, like, 30-second samples of songs and get a feel. Fuck yeah. Or, like, did you ever go to, like, a CD store? They just don't exist very much.
Not really.
And the ones that do, they're all just resale shops and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
But did you go at a time, some of them started to have listening stations?
Yeah.
Where you could go up, put on headphones, scan the CD, and then listen to samples.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember, like, FYE used to do that. That was the one I remember. Yeah.
I want to say Rolling Stone Records is still around.
They definitely are.
That might be the only one I can think of, though.
I went there, like, just a few years ago. I was like out on a bike ride, and yeah, I don't know if it's a local thing in Chicago. I mentioned him actually before, but God, what a fucking institution!
I know, right?
God damn, you go in. I didn't even talk about him that much before. You go in, the whole entire ceiling is CDs that have been overlapped and nailed into the ceiling. It's a low ceiling.
Yeah.
It's still such a vibe in there, and I used to go there. That's where like my AC/DC CD collection came from. Every few weeks, like maybe once a month or something, my dad would take me there. He'd give me like a 10, and I'd go in and get like an AC/DC album for $5, come back, give him the change.
Hell yeah. That's all you needed back then.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awesome. And so, yeah, the last time I was there, I like was on a bike ride and I went past it. I'm like, I'm going in there. I just bought the 2 latest AC/DC CDs.
Nice.
Just to like reconnect with the past. It's so good.
Oh my God. So they were still there.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Hell yeah.
It was such a crazy process. It was such an interesting process finding music back in the day.
It really was.
And then, yeah, like, and then before that, what you see, like, you see something on MTV. I don't want to talk about it too much because I have a whole episode planned on like how, like my most interesting like music discovery story that like happened over the course of like an entire year.
Oh, nice.
Of like from the moment that like I became intrigued by something to the moment that I actually got it in my house.
Yeah.
It was just like this whole journey, right? Which doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
But like I'm sure you have memories of like seeing like a music video or hearing a song on the radio and you miss the part where they tell you who it was.
Yes.
Oh my God. You're like, God damn it.
Say it again.
And then you're just walking around like please, trying to see it again.
Or maybe if you get lucky, listen to it all. Like they might say the name at the end of the block. They might say,
just keep listening. Just you miss it, and you're like, it's just gone now. It's gone. Everything was live.
You try to describe it to someone like, I don't know what you're doing.
It's like shit. Damn it.
I gotta tell you, it kind of blows my mind. What's it called? That thing where you just hold up your phone and a song's playing and it'll tell you.
Oh yeah, like to Shazam or whatever. You know.
I've stumped it.
Somebody just. It was so funny. I was There's a local place that does like a vinyl night where you can bring in records and they'll play them and you'll hang out. And it was so funny because there was like the guy working the bar. They played the record I brought and he was like, oh, you could tell like, oh, I like this. This is rad. And he Shazammed like from the speakers to figure out what it was. And I'm just thinking in my head like, it's right there. I brought the record. It's on a stand.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I know. I'm not judging this guy.
Right.
I'm sure he just did it so that it was immediately on his phone.
Right.
You know, so he didn't have to do that extra step or whatever. But yeah, that just cracked me up. I'm just like, it's at eye level right now. It just made me laugh. All right, we got one more CD. We're nearing the end of our journey through the land of compact discs.
Yes. So.
What do we got?
This is a band called Taro from Australia. Not to be confused with Taro from Finland. These guys are, I guess, stoner rock, you would say. There was a time in high school where I really got into like, Black Sabbath and the Doors and kind of had like a hippie experience where like...
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's good. There's a lot of good stuff there.
There is. And I'd kind of like embrace the whole like, I'm going to go smoke a joint and kind of wander around in the woods and listen to trippy music, right?
Fuck yeah.
And then...
we should too.
Oh, yes. And then, so that was a thing. And then over the years, I always still had that passion, but it was kind of hard to reconnect with that feeling, you know what I mean? With that vibe, right? And then a couple years ago, came across this band. And I'll tell you,
so this is recent.
This is a recent band.
Okay, that's nice. We're kind of moving through your life here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And when I heard this band, dude, I remember thinking like, man, if I had a time machine and I went back and showed like my, burnout self back in high school, this album would have changed my mind, dude. This album kind of got me back into the genre.
Interesting.
Because it's not just the music and the lyrics, it's the intangibles. You know what I mean? There's just something about this band in general.
Just the the full experience.
Full experience. Very trippy and dreamy, and the lyrics are very poetic and kind of abstract, and it feels like a dream to where two people can hear the same album and have a totally different interpretation of it, but they're both correct. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very unique band that I found, and I'd really recommend checking them out.
Oh yeah. So the vibes I'm getting from what you're saying, like, one, it seems like a record that's like more than the sum of its parts.
Yes.
So like everything adds up into this interesting whole experience. Mm-hmm. And then two, that it's probably a record that feels like pretty alive.
Yes,
right.
It does. That's a good way to put it.
It feels like alive and moving, because what you described with like how people have can have drastically different experiences with it.
Yeah,
is like that. It kind of like in the way that life does. It's almost like the album is holding up a mirror. Like you're almost like seeing interesting parts of yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
And especially at this time, because it was like reconnecting you with like a previous chapter of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I just kind of not wrote off, but just
grew out of.
Or
just explored away from.
More or less.
Yeah.
I never thought I could really like rekindle it again. But this band, dude, I swear to God. And again, it might be one of those things where someone else listens to it. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of whatever. Like, for me personally, I think it's profoundly underrated.
Fuck yeah. Well, I'm very intrigued by that.
Off of Heavy Chains records and tapes, it says.
And obviously, so yeah, they're called Tarot. Is the album called Reflections?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
Wow.
There you go. I'm talking about holding up a mirror, and the band's like, we know what we're doing. We know what we're fucking doing. So obviously, they're called Tarot. The album's called Reflections. You look at the front, they got like some ancient imagery of a sun. They got like Grim Reaper, like conjuring death. They have, a crow visual or a raven visual.
Pretty intricate.
And so like, they know what they're doing. They're like touching on the metaphysical, or at least trying to, but like probably from, correct me if I'm wrong, but probably from like an, let's see, Autumn Conjuration, Heed the Call. Yeah, probably from like a pagan-y little alchemical place, but still touch, because those places there's a lot of crossover into just the general metaphysic space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely like a bridging of the gaps in there.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. I love it. And so yeah, how did this album come into your life so recently?
So let me think. Actually, YouTube, believe it or not.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget who I was listening to, but the sidebar.
Yes. See, it's like a modern version of suggestions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Taking you down a path.
Down the rabbit hole. And I remember seeing that picture and clicking on it. I forgot what I was listening to, but just hearing that. And the first song, Autumn Conjuration, is like this very, kind of mystic, dreamy acoustic intro. And it just kind of, I don't know, you kind of lose yourself in the music when you're listening to it. You might not lose yourself entirely, but
it sucks you in.
Yeah.
It takes you into a little world.
You stop just kind of like scrolling and looking for other music, and you just sit back and listen to it till it's done. Yeah. And that was the band.
Who does that anymore?
I know, seriously. Right?
What'd you do today? Oh, something crazy, man. I finished a song. Listened to the whole 3 minutes.
Are we the only people that do that? Because I'll like sit in a room and I'll put the headphones on and I'll stare at the album while I'm listening to it.
No, there's still people who do it. It's just that used to be the main way.
Right, yeah.
And now it's just not the main way anymore. There's so many other ways to engage with music now.
Yeah.
Like through short form content and like through all these streaming apps, and there's all these different ways, like, or just there's a lot of people who just hang out on SoundCloud.
That's true.
They just hang out and listen to like people who just do stuff on SoundCloud. It's just it just used to be like, it used to be more focused. Like, here are the 6 major places that music comes from.
Right. Yeah.
And now it's like, here are the 1.5 million places that music comes from. Like, figure out where you want to hang out.
Yeah, right.
And
tomorrow there'll be more.
Yeah, tomorrow there will be more. God damn it. It's just crazy. That's really interesting. That is Did you intend to end on this one?
I did not.
Because this is a perfect place to end.
It really is, come to think of it.
Because we've kind of traveled through, we've gone through the CDs, so we'll wrap up a little bit here, but still very interesting. So, we've gone through like, CDs from like the time in your life where your love for music was really like sparking and starting.
Yeah, we did kind of start from the beginning.
And then moving into when that love for music started to branch out in slightly different directions. And especially like with the ZZ Top, that was probably like a big like. That's so. I love how you put that. Like, I'm allowing myself to like.
I like this song.
To branch
I'm gonna
out.
Listen to it.
I'm allowing myself to admit that I like this. Yeah. There's something so weird about that. You feel like. Yeah.
I mean, my brother had that too. I remember him.
Yeah.
I remember he would have like a Guns N' Roses shirt, and then he would just like one day he just didn't wear it. He threw it out. I remember thinking like, oh, someone probably told him you're a metalhead. You're not allowed to listen to Guns N' Roses. I don't know if that's what happened, but
he had some like tearful, threw it in the trash, just like throwing a part of himself away for the good of the metal community,
for the greater good.
Yeah, you can't do everything in this life. God, yeah, that's a fascinating moment. I know we like breezed over it a little bit, but there's a lot of weight to moments like that.
There is,
where you just like and I think those things, they like happen all the time and like throughout our lives, like that happens to me that's happened to me many times with movies, where like there's a whole kind of like vibe of a movie that like, when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, this is boring. I don't relate to it. This is stupid. It's like just, it's too cute. It's too wholesome. It's too this, that. And now, like, later on, I'm watching these things just, like, drawn in. And I'm watching, like, Anne of Green Gables, just like, crying. Just, like, what a sweet relationship these people have. And, what sweet moment, And so, just, like, as you get older, just, like, being okay with opening yourself up to different areas of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing. Even if you, like I said, even if you don't like it, like, well, now I know I like it. Give it a try.
Definitely. Yeah, just always like I was talking about this one the last podcast episode that just came out yesterday. I was talking about DVDs, and I get mad at people who I don't get mad. Everyone's entitled to like or dislike whatever they want, of course, but I just get mad when people just close themselves off before even trying. Yeah. And specifically, I have such intensely positive memories of when Family Guy was first on TV.
Yes.
And like now there's some stuff in the air that people are writing off Family Guy, which whatever, like Seth MacFarlane's not involved in the writing anymore. It's just being perpetuated to keep it going. Just the same thing with The Simpsons.
True.
And so it's fine and everything, but like people are using that to just write off Family Guy in general. Oh, and I'm just like, why are you, especially with humor, why are you closing yourself off to a kind of humor? Seriously. Like, the worst case scenario, you're like, whatever, you just don't react. Right. Best case scenario, you fucking laugh. And what better experience in life there is than fucking laughing, dude?
Exactly.
God damn.
It's like if you're watching a bad comedy, it's like, well, it's still good because it's a comedy. You know what I mean? Like, there's still the potential to laugh, even if it's a shitty movie.
Give it a shot, man. This is so much fun. And then we get into stuff that like, I love the things that you brought that were like, oh my God, that story of you doing the switcheroo. I'm never going to forget that. That's so fucking good, man.
But you had to earn
that. So fucking good. Yeah, you really had to earn it. And then, so fun to end on this, that like, still happened is a good example of a lot of things. Like, something that like connected you. Because life happens in these spirals, as we go on. We always just like there's always this like forward movement, but it's always turning back in on itself.
True.
And so this represents a beautiful moment where connected with the younger part of yourself, like spoke to a younger part of yourself, made you see that again.
Yeah.
And then also a great example of how even though there's a lot of weird, goofy stuff about the music streaming environment that I think isn't conducive to exploring and appreciating music, But this is a good example of how that can still happen.
That's very true.
How you can still just be on these streaming platforms and these content platforms and still like organically stumble upon things in a similar way that if you were listening to the radio and just something comes up that you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I never, just by chance, I never would have found that band if I hadn't just kind of glanced over. Oh, that looks cool. I'm going to click on it.
And then was this a similar thing to the MySpace things where like you sought them out and went to their website and ordered their thing?
So these guys, I had to go to Discogs.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Their new album is, you can still find it, but the old one, I don't know, whatever record that, Heavy Chains and Tapes, I really had to search far and wide. They have 2 albums and...
Is that the record label?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heavy Chains, Records and Tapes. Yeah.
So those were, the first 2 were very hard to find, but at the same time, like, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? I'm not a burn guy. I don't even have a, what do you call that? The thing with the songs? iPad. Or
just a smartphone.
A smartphone. No, I have my box and my music I put in it.
I used to, years ago, I used to be like a download guy, but I just got tired of it. I think I just, I was just getting tired of everything.
Yeah.
I was getting tired of the streaming. I was getting tired of like the access. I just wanted the hunt again. Yes. And I wanted, as much as I love, like, I was downloading like high resolution versions of music, which is incredible. It sounds so good. But I wanted the stuff in my house again.
How do you mean?
Like, I wanted the physical stuff in my house.
Oh, yes.
Like, I wanted the shelf full of records. I wanted the shelf full of DVDs to like hang out with.
Yes.
You know?
I'm there too.
Yeah. And so I just wanted that back because, you know, I was talking about this before, but like, it's just not this, you know, I don't even put stuff in drawers. Like, I want to see that shit when I sit down. I love the colors. I just get memories when I look at it, you know?
Same, dude.
So yeah, what a cool thing to end on. How awesome. I'm very intrigued by this as well.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a lot of stuff at this point, like a lot of different vibes.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I'm kind of a sucker for, like that kind of like traditional pagan-y, alchemical witchcraft kind of stuff, you know?
I'm getting there with you.
And like, I just love, I'm not a person that like believes in the power of it.
Right. Me neither.
But I super appreciate, like rituals.
Yeah.
Just as rituals, you know, because I'm the guy, that's one of the big reasons I love records is that it is a ritual of movement to put it on.
That is true.
You know? And so just in the very basic sense of like just a pattern of intentional movement.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, and like, you know, witchery is full of it.
That's true.
You know? So yeah, I'm a sucker for that.
It is a very interesting topic.
You can incorporate that back into the stack.
Yes.
Oh God, how fun. Now, I was going to say, I also love that feeling when you see a new band that you're attracted to and you have that feeling of like, I must give you money.
Yes.
You know?
Oh my God.
I must give you money right now. Please take my money.
Have you ever been in a record store and saw an album that you have, but you almost got the impulse like, I kind of want to buy it again? I know there's no point to it, but almost like, I don't know.
The closest I've gotten to that
I've never done that, but I've had the vibe.
I've had the feeling. I've never felt. The closest I ever got to that was one of my favorite. I'm a big fan of Jethro Tull. You remember Jethro Tull?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of my favorite records of his. It's not my favorite, but I love it a lot. It's their second album called Benefit. And I have it on vinyl, but side B, which has my favorite songs on it, was just played to shit. So it sounded like garbage.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's an album that, like, I went into a record store and I found it. They had so many Jethro. I got, like, every other Jethro Tull album that I wanted that I didn't have already that day. And I went in and I'm like, I want this record. Can you play side B for me? Can you, like, put this... I need to... If I bring it home and side B is still fucked up, I'm going to be so upset. So that's an album I bought again because the original one I had degraded, right?
Oh, that makes sense.
And then I did that with a book one time where I rebought it just because, I'll tell you, I rebought it because it was the first copy I had was a re-release. It was like a reissued.
Oh,
and
okay.
it had been like altered. and I wanted to see what the original was like.
Yeah.
And so I went on to Abe Books and I bought what I thought was the original, but I found out they just used the picture of the original.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up buying the exact same book again. And I'm like, God damn it. Like so I had to go to eBay and make sure that like, this is a picture I took of the item I am selling.
Okay.
To get it. Yeah.
So you did eventually get it then.
I did eventually get it. But that's another example of when, because I feel like that's even in the same wheelhouse when you buy like slightly different versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like, if it's like an author or a musician or anybody that I just vibe with them so much. I just love them. I want all the little different versions.
Yes. No, me too.
Yeah. So I do that too, for sure.
I've been there too. No, but I have like, I got like the original and I have like a reissue because like, well, this one has a couple new songs on it. And it's like, well, that makes it different. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I'm going to ask you one big last question and then we'll end it after that.
Okay.
So, so obviously like you have this enormous CD collection. You continue to collect CDs, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Don't fuck around. So you continue to collect CDs. And I collect media as well, but I don't collect CDs. So obviously there's some attachment specifically to that kind of media. Yes. So yeah, what is it that keeps you locked in with CDs specifically, just as like a type of media?
Honestly, I got to say at this point, it's really just, our emotion, 'cause I started with CDs because at the time that was like, that's how you get a new album,
100%. Yeah.
So I'd really love to have a vinyl collection. If I'm being honest with you, if I could trade all my CDs for vinyl versions of them, I would in a heartbeat.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But it's just, especially with metal, like it's very hard to find death metal on vinyl. Like you really got to dig for that. So
yeah, definitely.
And again, like OCD, I don't know if that's the right terminology or not, but like
you're already building this collection.
Yeah.
So just like, let's keep it in that wheelhouse. Yeah.
And I'm almost kind of scared.
So everything's the same size.
Exactly.
I'm
almost scared to start because it's like, well, I have this vinyl. Well, like I don't want the other ones now.
I don't want
to have one.
I don't want this one to be lonely.
Exactly. Because I know the way I am. Like, I wish I had a vinyl collection. If I ever win the lottery, perhaps I will.
No, I know. Me too. There's a lot of things where I just know, like, if I start that, I will not be able to stop. So I better not fucking start.
Yes.
As much as I would like to,
Same way. I'm sure heroin is fun too, but
yeah, I've heard it's great.
Yeah,
I've heard it's great. If you take one thing away from today, it's that heroin is great. God damn. I love it. Okay, so that's interesting. So so part of it is like the CD collection, it's almost like adding on to itself. Then part of it is like, yeah, you have this emotional attachment to this is how I was engaging with music when I started. And so it's it still conjures those feelings.
It would. I guess as weird as the sounds, it just might feel off if I was listening to it. Maybe not off, but
certainly
it would take me a while to like kind of get used to it. I could put this on and just kind of get in my groove and just immediately disappear into it. But with like a vinyl, like I got to get used to the feeling of everything and just you know what I mean, the sound.
So it's like, like this functions, this facilitates the kind of headspace that I like when I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
It's accessible, like it's built into me already.
More or less, yeah.
That's great.
But vinyl is a better sound. I will say that.
It can be. Yeah, vinyl's a goddamn rabbit hole.
All right.
Yeah, it's you got to be careful with that shit. Vinyl, like it's just like an unlimited money sponge.
Yeah.
Right? And so like it's just however much money you have, it has the capacity to absorb it. It never stops. And I guess that's true with a lot of things, but vinyl is crazy, dude.
Oh my God.
You could just go nuts.
But at the same time, I don't know, it's kind of cool to know that like this quest will never be over. Like it'll go as long as I want it to.
Yeah.
Like
which is good. I like to think about life in the same way, like that it really just never fucking stops.
Seriously.
Like I know, like I know like these bodies die, you know, and I'm not talking about heaven or anything. I just have like an idea of like my concept of like our identity isn't limited to like a single human body.
Yeah.
Like I just have like a concept of the nature of identity that it's everybody.
Yeah.
That like who you really are is all the things at the same time.
Okay.
You know, and so in that, thinking from that perspective, it just never fucking ends, right?
Right.
Ever. Just absolutely forever and ever. It just keeps turning back in on itself forever. Sure. And so if you think about it that way, and this is sparked from the fact that these explorations of music and bands and artists and everything, it does just never end. And so it's kind of having that idea, it makes you fucking like chill out a little bit, like be a little more picky.
True.
Knowing that like I'm not racing towards like the finish line of this, of like a like game, like certain games.
Right. Yeah. True.
You can do everything in the game and it's over.
Yeah.
You know, and so sometimes you're just like focusing in and racing to the end of this completion, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But with these things, it's just like, calm down. It's never going to stop. So don't tire yourself out. Don't max out your credit cards. Don't like, just relax, man. And so I feel the same way about life. Like this fucking shit never stops. So take a breath.
Yeah.
Calm down, man. We don't need to do everything. We don't need to fit everything into this lifetime. It's okay.
Yeah, like you're not going, even if you live to 1,000, you're not going to get it all in.
No, so just chill out, man. Yeah. Get some sleep, for God's sake. Get some fucking sleep. Dear Lord. It's like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, you won't.
But you won't.
You won't, man.
That's not how it works.
No. You gotta sleep now, for God's sake. God damn it. Okay. Well, this was so much fun, man.
Hell yeah, man.
What a cool, you made some great selections. I really appreciate you taking the time to, you know, pick a handful out of your 1,000
well, thank you.
to talk about. That was a really fun, like, learn some stuff. I'm really intrigued by some of those. I think, we're going to take you for a car ride and show you the town.
Right.
And so I'm going to put one of those in for sure.
Heck yeah.
That's fantastic. My wife will get a real kick out of the Beavis and Butthead. Because, you know, she grew up with that shit. It was fantastic.
I haven't heard that in so long. I'm kind of getting excited about it, too.
Yeah, like, let's investigate. So, yeah, so much fun. Okay, yeah, we did it. We did it. So cool. Thanks so much for coming out here, man.
Oh, definitely, man. This is great.
And again, as we wrap up here, again, the link to his YouTube page will be right at the fucking top of the description. Please go there. He's doing really fun stuff right now. It's fucking hilarious. People are appreciating him. It's great. Please go check it out. Ben Atlas, everybody. The Magic Man.
No, not at all.
The Wonder Boy.
I can't do this.
Don't do that. It's obscene.
That is kind of
That's obscene.
I apologize.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. So stupid. Sorry. So yes, please go check his shit out. And again, this is fucking Sentimental Fools. Okay, this is what we're doing. As always, I'm gonna have a new one every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Always working on shit in the background. If you want to help me out in any way, you don't fucking have to, right? But if you want to,
You really should.
he doesn't know. He doesn't know. I appreciate that. If you want to, there's stuff in the description that can lead you in the right direction, okay? But I'm just happy you're here now. If you're here, I appreciate you listening to me ramble on for long periods of time about shit, okay? So I appreciate you. Is there anything else you want to say to the tiny room of people we might be talking to?
Let me think. I'm sure there should be a send-off, but I can't think of it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Rock hard. Surf's up.
You heard it here, folks. Heroin is great.
Yes.
Rock hard, and surf is up. Okay? Take that with you. Okay. All right. Waves to the people. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
Bye. They're over there. They're over there, wherever they are. Bye. It's good to see you. Yeah. Don't do heroin. You'll steal your mom's TV. It's bad. It's bad. TVs don't cost this much. You won't be able to keep it, you'll end up fucking stripping copper wire. It's bad. Don't do it.
Just smoke.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, come on. Come on. Take it easy. Take it. Bye. Bye.